Seattle tonight as the home team Thunderbirds try to punch their ticket to the Memorial Cup, and the Ice try to spoil the party and send the series back to Winnipeg. Game 5 of the WHL Finals is upon us. The Seattle Thunderbirds have won 3 straight, looking to make it 4 to win the series and league tonight. But the Ice franchise has appeared in 3 WHL Championship Series Game 5s in their history, and they're 3-0. They're going to look to continue that tonight and look to continue their season. But first, let's take a look, Carlo. Well, actually, let's welcome you in first. Juliet Sherry, Carlo Koliak, Craig Button will join us momentarily. This is what's been going on around the CHL tonight. Halifax staved off elimination in Quebec tonight in front of 18,000 fans. We'll have a Game 6 in that series. Peterborough and London just wrapping up. And now, let's take a look at how we got here in this WHL series. Road to the Memorial Cup, presented by Kia, the official automotive partner of the Canadian Hockey League. Kia, the movement that inspires. Dylan Guenther continued his impressive playoffs for Seattle, scoring a goal in his 2nd straight game for his playoff team leading 27th point. And Thomas Milic stopped 31 points, including an incredible toe save. The Thunderbirds would take it 4-2 and now ahead 3-1 in WHL Finals, with the series staying in Seattle and Winnipeg facing elimination. Winnipeg, not really used to losing 3 games in a row. They haven't done it all season. It's hard to imagine that they'll drop a 4th tonight. Everyone in this team motivated to send this team back to Winnipeg. For more on their attempt to do that, here's Dan Robertson and Kevin Sawyer in Seattle.
Well, Kevin, it's a tried and true cliche in hockey that in order to have your best chance to win this time of the year, your best players have to be your best players. Winnipeg's first line's been terrific all season. Connor McLennan, Zach Benson, and Matthew Savoy, but they're struggling here in the final series.
Yeah, they are. Matthew Savoy is 2nd in scoring in the playoffs, but he's just got 2 points in this round, and between him and Connor McLennan, just 4 points combined. It's not enough. Zach Benson has 5. He's been good, but that line to me has to be game breakers if they want a chance to claw themselves back into this series. They've been good, and they have had a lot of chances. They've generated a lot, but they just haven't had that finishability that you're used to seeing from one of the most dynamic lines in all of the WHL. So they're certainly going to lean on their best players to be, just like you said, their best players. Creating is one thing. Finishing is another. They are dangerous. They can move the puck. They can break seams. All they haven't done yet is finish.
You talk about a game breaker. Dylan Guenther is that, and we saw it once again in game number 4 when he had the game winner.
Yeah, game winner, and he had a power play goal in game 3. 6 points so far in the 4 games in this series, and he's such a big moments type of a player. You go back to the golden goal with Canada, but he just seems to play his best hockey when the games are at their most important, and the last game was certainly that. I thought that his team was the 2nd best team on the ice, but it only takes 1 shot in those tight games, and that was the one to get the game-winning goal. 18 shots in his last 4 games in this series. He's got 99 in the playoffs. He's been excellent.
And of course, this Seattle team lost in the final last year in 6 games. If they win tonight, it would be their 2nd Western Hockey League championship as a franchise. Julia?
Thank you, gentlemen, and we're welcoming in our TSN Director of Scouting, Craig Button, from his home studios. Carlo, the comeback is going to have to start now. If Winnipeg is going to get back in this, which player are you keying in on to change things?
Well, Connor Geekie has to be an important player in this game, and, you know, when you're down 3-1 and you lost 3 games in a row for the first time this season, it's gut check time for Winnipeg. So Connor Geekie, you know, Kevin and Dan just talked about the top line struggling. Well, it's the balance of the rest of your lineup that has to step up and try to contribute and match what Seattle's bringing. And that's what Connor Geekie can do. He's a guy that accepts his role, gets a lot of pride in doing it. He's a guy that's really good on the puck, has great length, and he's got to find a way to be more of an impact in this game and in this series.
All right, so they're going to try to spoil the party tonight. Let's shift our attention to the home team, Seattle Thunderbirds, up 3-1 in this WHL Championship Series. They're trying to flip the script on the 1992 season where the Kamloops Blazers won the Memorial Cup, but Seattle was hosting. So a little bit of a Freaky Friday switching situations thing here. But Craig, you were at that Memorial Cup. You watched that. Who are you watching tonight?
I'm watching Reed Schaefer, and Reed Schaefer is a fantastic story, Julia. I mean, the pandemic came, not a real opportunity to play. Then in the Western Hockey League begins last year. And the last 18 months for Reed Schaefer have been phenomenal. His progression from January of last year through to the end of the year was just tremendous. His confidence, his ability to show that he can score, he can use his power. He ends up being a first-round draft pick to the Edmonton Oilers. Then he makes the World Junior team. They win gold in Halifax. And then you watch what he ends up becoming. He ends up being a key piece of the Matthias Ekholm trade. He is going to be a really good player for the Nashville Predators. His progression in 18 months has been really, really significant and impressive.
Well, let's see if he could be part of the group to close out the series tonight versus the Winnipeg ICE. Puck drop next.
My first night driving in Canada was incredible. The lights that I saw from the back seat, it felt like a movie. I did my master's while working at Bell. The Education Assistance Program helped pay for my tuition. It gave me the tools to improve my speaking skills. I was more connected to the Canadian life, and it helped shine a light on what's possible.
Take control with the all-new CHL app, the home of every team, every fan, and every moment. And now, the CHL app features thousands of live games. Simply find your game of choice, log in with your existing CHL TV account, and stream any game, anytime, anyplace, live or on demand. The all-new CHL app, now with CHL TV. Find us on the Apple Store or Google Play Store and supercharge your experience today.
Fellow elites, now that we've made travel so ridiculously expensive, we can enjoy this hotel without all the filthy normals littering this place with their mindless frivolity. How'd you get here?
Kayak.
Huh?
They compared hundreds of travel sites to find a great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
I guess we'll just have to eat him. Yuck. You do it.
Kayak. Search one and done.
Starting goaltenders are brought to you by Cavendish Farms, the official French fry of the Canadian Hockey League. Thomas Milic has been an absolute menace to the Winnipeg ICE. They'll have to find a solution for him tonight. Here's Dan Robertson and Kevin Sawyer with the call.
Dan Robertson, Kevin Sawyer inside a sold-out ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington. The puck is on the ice. And Game 5 is underway as Seattle trying to put Winnipeg away. Winnipeg trying to force a Game 6 on Sunday. Jeremy Hansel will collect that one. His pass gets to the wing, and away they come to center. Allen, the Chicago pick, will wrist that off the glass. We'll see. We've talked with both coaches today. James Patrick, the ice coach, said he was really happy with the way his team started in game number 4. They got the game's opener, but he liked the way they managed the game. Now Benson weaving in, shoots it. Milic fought it off, and he hangs on. Time now. .40 seconds in, and Winnipeg with the first shot on goal, and Hansel takes a penalty.
Yeah, this is Zach Benson, this top line, and what a task they have going up against Nolan Allen and Jeremy Hansel. They're a shutdown pair, hard to get to the middle of the ice. A shot from the perimeter from Zach Benson, and an early penalty. It'll be 4-on-4. Roughing for Hansel, roughing I would assume for Benson as well.
So, 4 skaters aside, 40 seconds in. Ostapchuk against Lambert on the draw. Steered back, and Zloty looking for some space. The 21-year-old hoping this is not his last junior game. And back to the point, kept it easily by Sword. Directed toward the goal, but blocked, and now Gunther, who had the game winner in Game 4, will give it to Korchinski. He had a goal in that game as well. Taking his time now. Prokop, one of the Overrangers, to Lambert, weaving his way into the zone. Gunther took the pass. 4 skaters aside. Prokop to Korchinski. Works it to Lambert. Up top, Prokop and Gunther looking for a seam. Makes the feed, and Lambert took that pass. He spun, he got knocked down, but he got it to Prokop. Weak shot. And that is grabbed easily by Sword. Long feed to the line, relayed back. Here comes Peterson. Nice move to the net. Oh, what a stop by Ellis. Peterson undressed the defenseman, and a great opportunity 4-on-4. Gunther with speed, back the other way now, trying to beat the defenseman. It'll roll behind the goal. Saw Milic for that save. He has played every minute in the last 2 years in the playoffs in goal for Seattle. 2 minutes in. It is loud in here, as you would expect, in a potential series clincher for the home team. Minio took a bump. McLennan is out there with Savoy. McLennan, no goals in his last 5. He has 14 overall. Now Schaefer takes the feed. Majanovic on the loose puck, surrounded in players in black. 4 skaters aside for another 25 seconds. And grabbed by Allen. He'll make the feed. Minio's shot knocked away by Hauser, who was terrific in game number 4.
He certainly was, and they'll need him to be terrific here again. And 4-on-4, the Gunther line with Brad Lambert had full control on a couple of good chances from that.
Geeky took the pass. You could hear Latimer yell, "Hey, Connor." Latimer with goals in 3 of his last 4, including a really nice effort and a result in game number 4. And here comes Geeky driving, shoots it, blocked away by Milic. Geeky coming with a lot of momentum that time. Back to 5 skaters aside. Krinkovic, one of the overagers, takes it into the zone, battling with Zloty. Around the boards it goes, and Hansel, who was in the box a few moments ago, could not hold it. Prokop takes it in. Jared Davidson, he'll leave it. Krinkovic turning and give it back to Davidson. Talked to him today, and he said, "I'm having the time of my life in this series," and he's been very strong. Back to the point. Prokop. His shot was off a skate. Now Davidson delays. Hansel drills that one right back in. Davidson off the boards to the backhand, gets squared away, and that shot was blocked, and it is cleared.
It's a really mature start here from Seattle, and Winnipeg, you got to wonder if they're feeling the moment here a little bit. With the first time having their backs up against the wall, it was the first time that they've lost 3 games consecutively, and right now it seems like they're standing around and watching the play a little bit for me.
Krosovsky after it, Sachin to the net, shot, and he just missed. I want to welcome our viewers on TSN 1 who are just watching London and Peterborough. Glad you could join our coverage here of this Western Hockey League final. 3-1 lead for Seattle. Hauser will leave it for Lambos. Ostapchuk. Right side for Latimer. He'll ease that into the zone. Interesting to see. I'm curious to know how Winnipeg will sort of weather this storm, if they will, because it is loud. They did a nice job in game 4, as we talked about. The ice back the other way. Minio is right there. Sawyer Minio flips that to center ice. Schaefer got a stick on it. The Nashville property turns and fires that into the zone. He has 5 points in this series, 2 goals, 3 assists. Laid off the glass, and here come the ice. Savoy. Benson is with him, but it finds its way to Graham Swart to the net. Benson can't get the shot away, and is back to the goal. Now Allen will pull that in.
So good defensively. Even when they have a breakdown, Seattle, Dan, they seem to come at you in waves, so there's 2 or 3 different layers that Winnipeg has to get through.
Good backtracking by Geeky and some of his ice teammates there to break up that play. Now flipped in by Peterson. Gets in there quickly to the boards against Korchinski. Geeky and Siona are there as well. Shilo comes in 2 as that puck pops up. Lambert looking for it. Back to the line and past the captain Lambos and up the zone.
Yeah, another good little forecheck shift from the Geeky line, who has been the best line in the last couple of games, in my opinion, for Winnipeg. That just can't be. You need your top line. We talked about it off the top with Savoy, McLennan, and Benson. They have to be the drivers.
Time now for the Bet Rivers tips to win.
And for Winnipeg, I think that they've created enough. Well, why don't we start with Seattle? Simple and early. I think having a really strong start, which they have. I think keeping it simple and forcing Winnipeg to react to them. And for Winnipeg, they created a ton last game. Although they got outshot by 4 or 5 shots, I thought they had the better quality chances. They just weren't able to find a way to solve Milic. They need to finish on the chances that they create here in a do or die.
So no score here in the early going. Again, if there is a Game 6, it would be Sunday back in Winnipeg, and Monday would be Game 7 in Winnipeg as well. As you see, offensive zone face-off coming up for the Winnipeg ICE. 4th line out there for them, and same thing for Seattle now. Popovich trying to find it. Lost sight of it. Riley Wood. That triple to the boards. Armstrong leans into his man. And out it comes. Popovich will carry and dump that puck into the zone. Camrose, Alberta, 19 years old. Sam Popovich. Sanders coming into the forecheck too. A little bit of pressure on Wu. He'll reverse it to Sword. Little flip pass through center. All the way down into the Seattle zone. Handel has had himself a strong series. Puck got away from Popovich. Redirected in by Ty Nash. Blocked there by Gustafsson, who's playing his first game of the series. Jordan Gustafsson, wears number 7, hasn't played since Game 2 of the semifinal. Drilled into the zone by Schaefer, and Gustafsson this year 36 points in 40 games, so maybe an important addition for them.
He is, and when he's at his best, and I imagine they're going to work him up the lineup. He's starting with 4th line minutes, but he's one of their best shutdown guys. He gives them a real identity going up against the other team's best lines often.
Here comes Schaefer. He'll chip it. Krosowski wants to be careful not to take interference. And a pass through to Ostapchuk. He'll get squared away. He's got a man on the right. Friesen, who had a goal in Game 4 for Latimer. He was checked immediately. Friesen continuing on with that puck. Lambos at the blue line took the pass. He'll try to get it through, and it's blocked by Schaefer. He'll hang on to it. His pass goes right onto the stick of Lambos. And the wild pick moves that to the red line. We'll have to backtrack for it. Both teams making changes now. Shots 4-2 in favor of Winnipeg. They've had the best chance so far. Long feed to the line, redirected in by Savoy. Allen going back quickly. He went down, but he made the pass first. And Davidson with a line to that puck. He's got Krinkovic with him. Davidson being checked by Sword. McLennan in the corner. Goes down. Loose puck picked up by Siona. Slotty played it neatly to himself in the corner, and that gave McLennan a bit of trouble. Seattle trying to keep it in, but this time McLennan able to move it ahead to Benson. McLennan took the pass for Thunderbirds. Get back. Point pass got through. Slotty snaps it rink wide. Benson head up, trying to find a lane. Shoots it through a crowd. It's blocked. Davidson chips it to the corner. Good defensive coverage by Seattle right there. Winnipeg is going to the power play. Davidson with the touch. And tripping is the call. So when we come back, the first power play of the game goes to the Winnipeg ICE here in game number 5.
I understand.
At Sleep Country, we know that everyone's size, shape, and sleep position is unique. That's why we provide personalized pillow fittings. So no matter your sleep needs, we'll fit you to the perfect pillow. Come in for a fitting today. Buy any of our best-selling pillows and get the second 50% off.
Wanna Leave works through my day, so I can keep working my magic. Just Wanna Leave for up to 12 hours of pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
With DoorDash, you can now get even more delivered to your door. Groceries, self-care, restaurants, and snacks. With $0 delivery fees on your first order. Dash that, and that from your neighborhood. Get more delivered with DoorDash.
Across the nation, the Canadian Hockey League is known for investing in moments like this. But did you know we're also investing in this? And this. While you're probably used to seeing us here, we're also here and here. Through the CHL Scholarship Program, clubs award nearly $10 million each year, helping thousands of former players continue their education. So while you're seeing this, we're also doing this. The CHL, developing tomorrow's leaders.
Top Prospect Scouting Report brought to you by Kubota, the official tractor and compact equipment partner of the Canadian Hockey League.
Well, we're going to talk about an older prospect, a 19-year-old Jeremy Hansel, who has not been drafted, surprises some, and I'm one of them, where he's so reliable. He has 5 points in the 4-game series to this point. 3 of those are goals, 8 shots, and we talked about it before, plus 70 in the regular season. That's a league best, and he's a league best plus 25 here in the playoffs. There's not one area where he stands out. It's all areas where he's reliable, he's solid, he's intelligent. He has been very impactful.
So Winnipeg to the power play, where they were 0 for 3 in game 4, 2 for 16 in the series. We talked about areas where they could improve, and this is definitely one of them as they look for the game's first goal with the man advantage. Slotty, 24 points in the playoffs, second in scoring on the ice. He'll pull that into the zone, and he gets past his man. Centering feed, loose puck in front, and McLennan can't get the shot away. His point pass just got loose and free of Schaefer. McLennan, there's a shot by Savoy, and stopped and held by Village.
Well, first off, going back, it was an excellent job from Zach Benson to draw the penalty. He was doing a good job getting the puck to the middle of the ice and forces the hooking call. And then here's that first chance, but it's broken. And that's what you see an awful lot of. You get one chance, and it's usually one and done, whether it's a save, no rebound for Village, or if there is a loose puck, the big defensive core for the Seattle T-Birds clear that puck out of there, make it extremely difficult for this potent offensive team in Winnipeg to score.
Milic stopped 31 of 34 on 31 of 33, pardon me, in game number 4. McLennan, they work it quickly. Slotty, there's a shot by Benson, blocked. Hansel stepped in front of that. Benson got it back. Flip pass comes back to him in the end, and he'll move that to the blue line. Zloty, Benson open at the circle, takes the feed, trying to get it to the front. So many sticks there, and then it's chopped just wide by Ostapchuk. Ostapchuk had a chance late to tie the game in 4. Game 4 was stopped, and that was a big point in that game.
That really was. That save was impactful. It was a statement save for Milic, where there was no one around him. It was from the gut of the ice. Ostapchuk had time. He got the one-timer off, and Milic, he made it look easy, and it's almost like, okay, his team's like, we got this. He's there for us, and it's going to be difficult for Winnipeg to beat our goaltender.
So icing with 48 seconds remaining in the penalty and 10-11 to go in period 1. There's Milic in the series. He stopped 91.7% of the shots that he has faced. The ice control off the draw in the series has been pretty much 50-50 in face-off percentage. Now with speed through center, it is Benson. He rumbles with him, moves to the slot, sets it up. There's a drive and a shoulder save by Milic. Peterson with a good look at it right there.
Just another one of those difficult saves that doesn't look difficult, because Milic is just so good. Now, this is not a big man. It says he's 6'1". I don't know. I'm not sure. And it says Hauser's 5'11", and that might be a little bit of a stretch, but you can see Milic where he is just so mechanical, out confidently to challenge, and he takes a dangerous shot from Ostapchuk and makes it look easy. It's interesting for me. We got 2 goaltenders, elite goaltenders in the Western Hockey League, and they're not big men. They're not prototypical big or good goaltenders.
Latimer working the left circle, shot off the skate and broke off, clearing attempt. Doesn't get past Sword. Down to the side of the net. Peterson looking for Latimer, bounce to the slot. Here's a drive, and ripped just wide by Geekie, who had a lot of time to step into it. 10 left in the power play. Geekie, shot, and he missed again. That goes off the corner boards and down.
And he knows it, right? He had 2 chances to get some shots to the net with traffic, and Connor Geekie, who has been excellent in this series, missed the net twice.
Here he comes again. Geekie trying to drive to the net, and he got the stick up. Video turned and looked at the referee Ingram. There's going to be a penalty to Connor Geekie right after Winnipeg goes 0 for 1 on the power play. And Milic now hustling to the bench. Nice moves by Lambert. Stopped and held by Hauser. When we come back, Seattle power play. 9:04 to go of period 1 of game number 5.
Now is the time to get outside and explore. Now you can travel in style and comfort, with technology leading the way. Now you'll be inspired by all that's around you. Secure your Kia Seltos today, because there's no time like now. Kia, movement that inspires.
Crosby with a little room to operate. Crosby snaps it. He scores. Passes it front to Kane on the lone score. Short-handed on a breakaway. Crown on his feet. McDavid scores. Bennett circling the net. Bouncing puck. He scores. Nathan McKinnon. Bedard to bring him up for Regina. 1-on-2 step by the defenseman to the net. The Deke, and he scores. Does it get any better than that? Oh my.
The CHL on TSN is brought to you by Go RV Canada. Find your wildhood.
Back inside Showware Center. Seattle on the power play, their first of the game. They were 1 for 5 in game number 4 and 3 for 13 in the series. So Winnipeg can't score with their man advantage. Seattle goes to work now. The winner of this series will play next Saturday at the Memorial Cup against the Ontario Hockey League champion. Village will tee it up for Korchinski. Korchinski, 3 goals, 14 points in the postseason, 3 points in this series. And Lambert will drag that to the line. Reed Schaefer protecting it. His pass came right back to him. Korchinski, Davidson, who has that heavy shot. Down to the side of the net. Gunther, they poke it back. Korchinski, low shot. Good block. Clearing it up by Lambos. Couldn't get any air under it. Now it comes out. And it's Savoy. Matthew Savoy cuts, drops it off Benson. Oh, what a stop by Milic. Terrific passing between Savoy and Benson. And Milic razor sharp here in the opening 12 minutes. Lambert, Davidson, stopped by Hauser. And they clear the puck.
Wow, they're going punch for punch, aren't they? The goaltenders, where what you can do, I can do too. What a save from Milic. He's made a few impactful ones. You got to wonder if that's going to creep into the heads of the shooters of Winnipeg here, who are in a do-or-die situation. Daniel Hauser comes up with another big one himself.
Gunther, 4 power play goals out of 16 postseason goals. Got that into the zone. Now Peterson being harassed by Minio with about 40 left in the power play. Good forecheck, and I said Minio, I meant Siona. He's in there, the captain, trying to get that one loose. And it works. Back for Hansel. Cross ice, Gunther. Equally dangerous from both sides of the ice, it seems. Same for Lambert, who has it now. Hansel waiting at the point. Hansel, Davidson with room, shoots it. And Hauser got a piece of that. Lambert holding it at the line. One more time to the left side for Davidson. Hacked at by Prosovsky. The puck goes down by Siona. He looked to move it back to the blue line. And Winnipeg with possession, and the penalty just about over. And both teams will be 0 for 1 as Geeky is on the ice. One shot on that Thunderbird power play. A couple of good saves in there, too.
One shot apiece on that power play. The shorthanded chance may have been the best one.
Certainly was a great chance for the Ice. Sachin, who had a goal on Wednesday, moves it back to the blue line. Allen's speed. Krinkovic, long shot, a seeing eye shot almost by Minio. There wasn't much of a lane to get it through, but he did. Now Sword to Schillo. Good tic-tac-toe passing. Frees him with speed. 4 Thunderbirds are back, and they break it up. Here the linesman yelling to Friesen that it's delayed offside. Now Krinkovic dashing the other way, trying to cut on Lambos. He took that away neatly. Carson Lambos with skating room. He's got a man. It's Wood. He finds him. Nash will drive the net. Ty Nash. behind the goal. Chopped over for Allen. Wood trying to find it. So is Allen. Nash had an eye on it. Prokop. Krikovic. Ooh, he just about gave it away, and he did in the end. Nash trying to create. Stolen by Sachin. Up ahead for Gustafsson. He's in all alone. And it's on the goal line. That close. It's still alive. Hauser may have thought there was a whistle. There's a shot by Prokop. Gustafsson in his first game of the series inches away from the game's first goal. And the right back, bad change, Winnipeg. Korchinski gave it to Prokop, but he wasn't ready for it. Well, things are hectic now here at ShoWare Center. That pass comes to the line. The Ice back the other way. Driving is Friesen. That trickles toward the net. Ostapchuk back to the blue line. Lambos, wrist shot off a shin pad. Milic is able to find it. Now the temperature getting cranked up here at Game 5. Chances at both ends, but the Thunderbirds with the best one right there. Still scoreless. 5:14 left in period 1.
Fellow elites, now that we've made travel so ridiculously expensive, we can enjoy this hotel without all the filthy normals littering this place with their mindless frivolity. How'd you get here?
Kayak.
Huh?
They compared hundreds of travel sites to find a great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
I guess we'll just have to eat him. Yeah, you do it.
Kayak. Search one and done.
Across the nation, the Canadian Hockey League is known for investing in moments like this. But did you know we're also investing in this and this? While you're probably used to seeing us here, we're also here and here. Through the CHL Scholarship Program, clubs award nearly $10 million each year, helping thousands of former players continue their education. So while you're seeing this, we're also doing this. The CHL, developing tomorrow's leaders.
With the PetSmart Treats loyalty program, it's easy to shop, earn every day, and redeem with the PetSmart app. Earn points with every purchase and earn bonus points by activating special offers. Download the PetSmart app to start earning now. PetSmart.
Want to wake up to smoother, brighter skin day one? Olay Retinol 24 recharges my skin while I sleep. No wonder it was awarded Best Night Cream. Night mode activated. Olay. Face anything.
What a chance for Jared Davidson right there, Kevin. Off the bar and almost in.
Yeah, if you had any question whether he was feeling game ready, well, that would answer it, wouldn't it? He's missed 8 games and he exploded around Prosovsky and he goes top blocker. Now, that's something to pay attention to. Gunther has beaten Hauser on the blocker side. Lambert has beaten him on the blocker side. Davidson has beaten him on the blocker side, and right there, Gustafsson. So there, they found a bit of a weakness, I think, and off the post and out. That's as close as it gets.
I said Jared Davidson. I meant Jordan Gustafsson. He showed a nice bit of skill to get in all alone, and then the puck just sat there for a moment. Prokop, he had almost had a chance right after that other opportunity. For Gustafsson, no score yet, just under 5 left. Latimer, can he push it out? Looking to get it past Korchinski, but he's able to help move that deep as both teams making changes right now. Doc with a bump on his man. Backhand pass, Friesen. He'll forward it. Allen skates into it, rolls it just out over the line. Davidson getting some support from Siona. Zloty as things slowing down here in the last minute or so. Benson crossing. Savoy shoots it. That hit McLennan, who was right in front of the net. Line desperate to find their offensive stride again. That is icing against the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and they have to go up against Hansel and Allen and Siona, Krinkovic and Davidson, that shutdown line, and it's been difficult, and especially difficult on the road. As we look at the road record for the Winnipeg Ice, 6-1 in the playoffs with a +14 goal differential, and in this series against the league's best defensive team in the Seattle Thunderbirds. Of course, 0-2 and a -5 goal differential. It's been difficult. This is where that format 2-3-2 can really burn you if you don't kind of at least split one of the first 2 games. Now your back's up against the wall before you can even take it back to your own ring.
We spoke with Patrick today. He said, we know where we are. We work as hard as we can and compete. We give ourselves a chance to win. Hauser makes a save. Patrick talked about Hauser. He said he's the most consistent goaltender that I've ever seen. And here's a guy who played with Dominic Hasek, so that is some high praise.
Yeah, is it ever? And here's another look at a fundamental middle drive, right? You take the defenseman with you. There's Davidson that does just that. You find the middle seam and you force the goaltender to go from post to post, and it's a fundamental thing. You practice it all the time in practice, and it's a nice execution entry from the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Patrick did say, you know, Hasek was on another level, but he was, obviously he was. But Hauser, he just said, what you saw in game number 4 is what we've seen ever since he's been the Winnipeg ICE.
And his record is an indication of that. It's something like 78, 8-3 or something all time. It's been remarkable as a junior for him.
Crazy numbers for Hauser, who's 19 years old, 13-4 in the playoffs, has chipped off the glass. Pickford stepped up, but it got away from him. The play is onside. Ramos wobbles it. Video for Pickford. Dump right back into the ice zone. We talked about that in this series. Thunderbirds feel best when they can really establish a forecheck and wear you down physically over the course of a game and the course of a series. As Chilo moved it just past Geekie. Gunther's backhand pass. Schaefer and Sword will go together. Teams changing right now. Shots 9-6 Winnipeg scoreless as we near the 17-minute mark. There's a shot and Prokop, quick release. Korchinski, he'll wait and curl. Schaefer wants it. Korchinski gives it to him. That shot stung Ostapchuk. He blocked it. He paid the price.
A heavy shot too from the big man in Schaefer.
Zloty weaves his way to the blue line, confidently carrying that puck. Savoy reads the play, getting in there, but Doc protects it against him. Short pass for Sachin, such an impressive draft-eligible player for Seattle. Prokop ahead of it, and they were offside. Doc just ahead of the play.
Well, we talked about the lack of production from the top line for the Winnipeg ICE, and it's the other way around for Reed Schaefer in the top line for Seattle. Look at his 7-game streak here in the playoffs. 5 of those are goals, 12 points in total, 27 shots, and a big one where he sent it into the ankle of Ostapchuk here in this last shift. He wants it, he gets it, he rips it, and you got to tip your hat to Ostapchuk, who's in the lane and pays the price.
Reed Schaefer from Spruce Grove, Alberta. Now McLennan, a big line out for Winnipeg. Moved ahead quickly by Hansel. They get onside. Davidson is upended on the play. McLennan got a chunk of him. Wood bumps his back. Davidson reaches. Good pass. Coleman with a drive. And Hauser does not allow a rebound.
That is such a difficult save for a goaltender where you have to look over your shoulder, right? So it's going east to west behind you. So you look shoulder check, post to post, and then quickly it comes right out to the gut of the ice, and you have very little time to come out and challenge. But look at the speed and the footwork of Hauser, where he goes from post to post, and he's outside the top of his crease to come out and challenge to make an exceptionally difficult sequence shot.
Hauser gets set. Geekie and Lambert to face off. Geekie to take it as a righty, and he wins it.
How about that?
I like that. Sword bumps that one out to center ice. Wood looking for some space. Not a lot over there. And he'll turn and shoot that right back into the zone. Riley Wood, he's from Rivers, Manitoba, as Kevin mentioned in game number 3. Over Lethbridge Hurricane. Now Lambert for Gunther. Here they come. Gunther, saucer pass, got through to Lambert. Puck on its edge, and he wobbled that one wide. He is so dangerous coming down the wing with that terrific speed, Brad Lambert. Played to an opening. Now Zloty can't find that bouncing puck. Lambert did. Video tees it up. Schaefer with a drive. Hauser appeared to get a piece of that, perhaps. Seattle seemingly getting stronger as this period goes. Doc. Back to the line. Korchinski. Prokop shot, and that just pinballed to the goal. It looked like it hit Sachin. Another shot right on Hauser. And one more time, no rebound for him.
Yeah, Seattle is really good at taking the puck out of the strong side and isolating the weak side, and there's options everywhere. So you get it out of the corner and look at that, one touch, two touch, and now you've got someone on the weak side skating downhill for a shot. Here's the second play. It's not the same one. It comes out of the corner up to Korchinski. The width of the ice is used D to D, and now you've got time and space on the soft side of the ice. Two shots because of it. Real intelligent teamwork from the T-Birds.
Mijatovic on it. Sachin back to the line. Hansel. Prokop has some time. Low shot. Went off the skate. Took a good bounce for Winnipeg. A step chuck right up the middle of the ice. And that will at least force an offensive zone draw.
We had mentioned it last broadcast where Winnipeg had not lost 3 games in a row all season long, playoffs or regular season, and this is their first time. So a team that led the entire WHL with 115 points, 57 wins, and you wonder, have they had enough adversity? Are they going to be calm and poised enough when they are going to go through it? Well, their coach said that they had lots of it. They played 2 different sets, 6 games in 8 nights throughout the course of the regular season. You mentioned their first 13 games were on the road. Well, they certainly got some adversity now, dropping 3 in a row and facing elimination.
James Patrick said that to his team coming in. He said there will be pressure. We can deal with it. Outlet pass, a good one. McLennan, Benson wants it on the left, but it's Savoy streaking right in. He ran out of room. He put it back to the line. What a rush by Savoy. Scored with a drive, and that is blocked. We've seen Winnipeg with some quality chances. They just haven't been able to beat Milic yet. That shot deflects right into his logo, and Allen shoves Benson away.
Wow. We've seen a couple of those rushes and rush chances from this top line, and they got to be wondering, what do we have to do to beat this man? And this is Savoy again with speed. Look at the way he goes through 2 of the best defensive defensemen in all of junior hockey, and he splits the D. I think that's the second time he's done it in this game. The first one was shorthanded, forehand, backhand, and he runs out of real estate as Milic pushes desperately to take the lower half of the net away.
Matthew Savoy, one of the many terrific junior stars in this series. 9th overall pick of the Buffalo Sabres last year.
He's had points in 15 of 18 playoff games this year, and what a series he had against Moose Jaw. 7 points in a very difficult, stingy 6-game series.
95 points in the regular season. This period winding down. The shots 11-9 in favor of Winnipeg. What are your thoughts on the opening 20?
You know what? I think Winnipeg will take it. They didn't start great, I didn't think, and it was a solid push from Seattle. They weathered their storm, got the saves they needed from Hauser. Speaking of saves, Milic was out of this world. Great chances. It was the same tale as last game. Winnipeg's going to have to find a way to close on some of those great hits.
Both teams had a power play. Obviously, neither team was able to convert. No score through 20 minutes of play. Game 5 of the Western Hockey League Championship here on TSN.
Closed captioning of this program is brought to you in part by Bell. Join the thousands who choose Pure Fiber Internet every week.
Dipped, drizzled, sandwiched, sprinkled, or straight up. There's a million ways to enjoy Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them the right way. Grown, picked, washed, chopped, checked, and packed up just right. Cavendish Farms, made our way, enjoyed your way.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
At Real Canadian Superstore, real life calls for real savings. Like PC Optimum points, you can redeem for free stuff. Ad match price matching,
wake up in the morning and I'm smiling. I don't waste a moment every second.
Or club-size buys for club-size messes.
24/7 climbing. No, it's not surprising.
Check out all the ways you can save for real at superstore.ca or visit us in-store.
Like money, tastes like candy. I don't ever trip with the faces.
Get your cold on this summer at Tim's with next level refreshment. Our new sparkling quenchers are bubbly and make a big splash. From blackberry yuzu to orange ginger, they're naturally flavored and deliciously unique. When that heat dials up, hit refresh with the perfect cool down. Keep it cold with Tim's new sparkling quenchers all summer long.
If you want hockey action, BetRivers Sportsbook app is firing on all cylinders. Bet same-game parlays where you can combine different bets from the same game for more action, like player props, puck lines, total goals, and more. And don't forget our award-winning customer service. Oh, man. That's a tough shift. BetRivers Sportsbook app and hockey. It's a whole new game.
Well, no score after 20 minutes of play, but that's how close we were. Inches away. Connor Geeky of Winnipeg standing by with our Dan Robertson.
Connor, give me your thoughts on the opening 20 minutes. Obviously, it was a tough loss in game number 4 where the team played well, but what did you think about your start tonight?
Yeah, I think we played out strong. We really came out there with a lot of pace. I think we got our chances. Just a matter of time, before they all go in.
Talked to your coach this morning. He said we gave the guys the day off. He said they didn't need to hear me talk again. In your opinion, was it good to take that day and kind of get away from hockey a bit?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think a lot of guys had some fun, but that doesn't mean our minds weren't on the game all the time, right? I think we were really trying to focus on coming in tonight and just getting one game and taking it back to Winnipeg.
Good stuff. Thanks, Connor.
Thank you.
Welcome back into our CHL Championship panel. Carlo Kiliakovo and Craig Button joining me here. And Carlo, it was a great first period, lots of chances both ways. No score, largely thanks to the goaltending for Seattle, largely thanks to Thomas Milic.
Yeah, and no surprise. I mean, Thomas Milic's a story again for the Seattle Thunderbirds. And, this is a guy right now who is living up to the big games. He's been incredible again this period. But for Seattle, one of the big things, they've got to make life uncomfortable with him and make it more difficult for him to make saves, because when he sees it, he's going to stop it. He's one of those guys that just plays comfortable in the net, and he just makes the difficult saves look easy. So more pucks towards the net, as you can see with his incredible athleticism here. And, big reason why Seattle is in the position that they're in.
I am going to talk directly to Thomas Milic and every goaltender that might not fit the height requirements for NHL goaltenders. When you watch Thomas Milic, you see somebody with high intelligence. You see somebody who reads the game so well. He cannot control what NHL teams think about you with returns to height and where your size fits. But your abilities to play the game and play it at a high level, Thomas Milic has shown it time and time and time again. And through junior hockey, he has met every challenge, Carlo. And to me, he might have to take a longer path to the NHL, but I think that he has a chance to be an NHL goaltender. And for all you other goaltenders out there, watch Thomas Milic. He's a great model.
We give Milic a fanfare. He was awesome at the World Juniors, but Hauser was great that period too, Carlo.
He sure was. And when everyone's talking about Milic and you're across the ice watching Milic play, Hauser has to match that level of play, and I think he absolutely did that and more in this period, keeping the game 0-0. And it's the first chance of the game. He's got a breakaway here because it's a great play by Gustafsson and getting himself in alone. And it's the post that makes the save, but it's an incredible recovery to make sure that puck doesn't go in the net. And even late in the period when Seattle was starting to get the momentum on their side and really taking the control in the offensive zone, it's the big saves that he's making in tight. He's showing the composure net. He's matching what Milic is doing, and a big reason why it's still 0-0 in this game.
I will say this about Daniel Hauser. All he does is win. He did it last year. He did it this year. He'll do it next year. And again, like Thomas Milic, he's not the biggest goaltender, but at some point in time, people take notice of what you're doing. And when you get results, and Daniel Hauser has absolutely got those results, people will eventually pay attention. It may be a little bit longer for them to realize it. Just keep proving yourself. Daniel Hauser has done a great job of doing that.
Excellent play from both goaltenders so far, Craig, but Winnipeg's top line hasn't cashed in the way we're used to seeing them.
Kevin Sawyer nailed it in the pregame as far as I'm concerned. He said it's great to get opportunities and create opportunities, but at these points in the season, in a championship match where you're facing elimination, opportunities created aren't good enough. Finish has to be the requirement. And while they continue to create their opportunities, while they continue to get their chances, they're not finishing. They have to find a way to finish. You cannot look back and say, well, we had our looks, we had our opportunities. That's not good enough right now. Results are what's mattering. And so when you look at that top line and their ability to create, now they have to take it to the next step, and that's the finish.
Yeah, the Winnipeg ICE going to have to cash in if they want to keep their season alive tonight. The Seattle Thunderbirds up 3-1 right now. On the other side, we'll take a look around the CHL. 2 games have already gone down tonight. We'll take a peek at what happened in the OHL and the QMJHL next.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
At Real Canadian Superstore, real life calls for real savings. Like PC Optimum points, you can redeem for free stuff. Ad match price matching. Or club size buys for club size messes. Check out all the ways you can save for real at superstore.ca or visit us in store.
Hun, let's clean and regrout our bathroom tiles.
Grout? Really? Take a break from boring with the BetRivers Casino app. Featuring live dealer games like Lightning Roulette and Blackjack, we bring the excitement to you.
Ooh, roulette.
Plus, with our award-winning customer service.
Nice dress.
We always look good. Beats grouting, right?
Definitely.
Take a break with BetRivers and live dealer Lightning Roulette. It's a whole new game.
This is Sapporo, where influences blend, cultures connect, and Japanese artistry and Western tradition converge. You too can discover the remarkable, where East meets West.
Since the dawn of game, a rivalry has divided men and Team Styled chooses King C. Gillette, a full line of beard care tools to get the perfect look. Satisfaction guaranteed. Choose your game face.
With Clean at Sephora, we celebrate more than what's not in our products. It's the good we put in that moves the industry forward. With nearly 100 best-in-class brands, it's a clean you can count on.
Second 12-inch pizza is also exactly 12 inches wide.
So you're telling me it's precisely the same pizza?
But this order comes with rewards.
What theorem are you using?
What theorem are you using?
Pythagorean?
No, that's triangles.
Well, we have every single CHL championship game right here on TSN, and guess what? We've got 2 more of them now for you, thanks to results earlier tonight, which we'll get to in a second. 4 p.m. start. We'll see y'all there for Game 6 of the QMJHL Championship between the Ramparts and the Halifax Mooseheads, followed by Game 6 in the OHL Championship between the London Knights, who stayed alive tonight at home, versus the Peterborough Petes. The Petes with a 3-2 series lead in that one. They'll look to win it at home in Peterborough on Sunday. Welcome back. Julia, Craig, and Carlo with you. What a day it's been already of CHL action. We started in the QMJHL, and Craig, it was the goaltenders that stole the show. It was the Battle of the Russos. Halifax's had the edge today.
Well, yeah, Matisse Rousseau was fantastic. You know, you're going into Quebec City. There's 18,000 people in the building, and the Ramparts have a chance to close out the series and punch their ticket to the Memorial Cup. Well, Matisse Rousseau, when you talk about a stopper, when you talk about playing a game where you have to be at your very best and give your team a chance to win, that's exactly what Mathis Rousseau did. And he was confronted with a lot of good opportunities, and time again, he shut the door. And when you think about Halifax jumping out to the lead, and then you knew Quebec was going to come hard and give a push, but Mathis Rousseau never, ever buckled, and that becomes important. On to Game 6. The Ramparts have to travel to Halifax. Halifax had to move back to Halifax. Game 6, can't wait.
Carlo, they were missing LaRue in Game 4. He was back in tonight, and he was everything they dreamed of having.
Man, was he the missing piece that they needed, because he was so impactful, the difference maker in the game, because he brought the energy, he brought the spark, and he brought his intensity to this game. You look at the goals that he contributed on. It was the goal to make it 2-0, and it's because of the smarts and his great positioning here. Finds the puck, sends Boucher on a breakaway, and gives them the 2-0 lead to quiet the crowd. But the difference in the game is the game-winning goal that he contributed. Not only can he pass, but can he score, and he finds a way to make a difference here, and he puts the team on his shoulders. He's the welcomed addition they needed. And now Halifax, after winning this game, 12-1 after scoring the first goal in the game, I think it's important they find a way to score that first goal. Zachary LaRue was a big difference, big reason because of that.
And that's where we stand in the QMJHL Championship. The Ramparts with a 3-2 series lead, with the series shifting back to Halifax on Sunday. All right, now let's move to the OHL, where tonight the London Knights stayed alive in London. They took down the Peterborough Petes, who have a 3-2 series lead right now, looking to win it in Peterborough on Sunday. An interesting call from the Hunter brothers. It was Wilmore that started tonight, and it looks like a genius call now, Craig.
Owen Wilmore obviously gets the call to start the game. And you look at the situation London finds themselves in. Brett Brochu goes out with an injury. Zach Bowen comes in. He does his part. But then he finds a little bit of a struggle. And Owen Wilmore gets in there and does a great job. Listen, I think Dale Hunter is one of the best 15 coaches in the entire world. And he sets his team up to understand what you need to do to win any particular game. That doesn't matter if you're the goaltender. It doesn't matter if you're a defender. It doesn't matter if you're a forward. He does exactly that. They didn't need Wilmore to do anything more than he was capable of doing. Get in there and do what you got. But Dale will also tell the rest of his team, you make sure you do your part. Let's not leave them out there exposed. Let's make sure we protect them. The London Knights did a great job. Everybody from Dale to Owen Wilmore to the rest of the team pushed this to a Game 6. Well-deserved victory in Game 5.
Yeah, Dale sets a good lineup card. The top line, Carlo, has been excellent.
Well, you know what else Dale said? Our best players need to be our best players, and that's what it was for London tonight, because if you look at the series up until now, it's been Peterborough's top players that have been outscoring the London Knights players, and lo and behold, you lead to your top line. It's Easton Cowan that gets breaks the ice early with the early goal to tie it late in the period. But then late in the second period, it's the top line again that finds a way to get that big insurance goal to make sure that London forces a Game 6. So big players step up in big moments. That's exactly what London did tonight.
And that's where we stand in the OHL right now. A 3-2 series lead for Peterborough as the series shifts back to the PMC on Sunday. On the other side, though, we are scoreless in Seattle right now. We'll see who gets on the board first in Game 5 of the WHL Championship.
Hun, let's clean and regrout our bathroom tiles.
Grout? Really? Take a break from boring with the BetRivers Casino app. Featuring live dealer games like lightning roulette and blackjack, we bring the excitement to you.
Ooh, roulette.
Plus, with our award-winning customer service.
Nice dress.
We always look good. Beats grouting, right?
Definitely.
Take a break with BetRivers and live dealer lightning roulette. It's a whole new game.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
Get your cold on this summer at Tim's with next level refreshment. Our new sparkling quenchers are bubbly and make a big splash. From blackberry yuzu to orange ginger, they're naturally flavored and deliciously unique. When that heat dials up, hit refresh with the perfect cool down. Keep it cold with Tim's new sparkling quenchers all summer long.
Massage de burger dans le boyau. Basin every 20 minutes to keep it from drying out. And voila.
This gonna taste all right.
Here's a check of the summary from the first period. It's the first scoreless period in this series. Shots 11-9. Well, you don't see both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play in period 1. Dan Robertson, Kevin Sawyer back with you. No goals, but we saw some chances at both ends of the ice.
Yeah, the goaltending was outstanding in that first period, to say the least, and a lot of good chances from Winnipeg. Milic was excellent. They needed him to be here to keep this scoreless game in the first period, and Winnipeg with 11 shots, man, they have to go through a lot to get to the net. Look at the defense from Seattle, whether it's a good stick. Prokop, he's been here, done that. Blocking shots all over the place. They allowed 2.2 goals against on average. That was the fewest in the regular season because of things like that. They defend in waves, in groups of 5. They're on the body, great sticks, great position, and then, like we mentioned, great goaltending never hurts.
Hauser right in the middle of that. You wonder too, Kevin, a lot of chances for Winnipeg. And does maybe some frustration keep in when they had that many quality chances and could not score?
I think that desperation comes first, and then frustration if they don't find a way to score and get paid on some of these quality chances. Yeah, that's a very real emotion that is hard to fend off when you have to win or you go home.
So the fans on their feet, hoping that the Thunderbirds deliver the second ever franchise championship. They won it back in 2017 when Steve Konowalchuk was the head coach and Matt Burdett, who's head coach now, was an assistant. Matt said, I learned a lot from Konowalchuk, but boy, he's doing a great job on his own right now. We know that. Music's still playing. The period is underway as it's halted by Lambos. Now McLennan's going to have to backtrack. He had a good jump in that first period. Flipped out to center. Cut off there by Savoy. Benson's out front. Savoy shot. Benson on the doorstep. And kept out by Milic. With that line, we touched on them before the game. They've been better so far tonight. Still nothing to show for it.
They are buzzing, and that's what they do, right? They play so well off of each other. None of them are big, but they're all quick, and they really react and read off of each other. Another example of it earlier.
Schaefer fires it right to Hauser. Davidson was in the zone. Would have been an offside. Benson hoping for a good bounce. Lambert stayed strong with it. Long pass ahead. Hit the stick of Lambos, so no icing. As Brosovsky and Schaefer go back after. Winnipeg using primarily 5 defensemen, certainly in this series, as Lambert takes the puck. Not a good pass, trying to get it to Prokop. Now he'll shoot it. Big rebound, and that just went past the stick of Brad Lambert. He'll reverse it. Gunther picks it up, turns toward the corner. Dylan Gunther to the net, and Hauser kept things tight low. Korchinski with a low shot. Blocked by Geekie. Gunther gets the feed. Dylan Gunther, snapshot, hit his teammate Schaefer as the Seattle first line comes to life now. Schaefer, Lambert, and Gunther. That's Prokop. Doubles it out front. Hauser with a big save on Reed Schaefer.
Made for TV, isn't it? The two best teams in the regular season. Showdown here in the final, and for good reason. It's the same on both ends of the ice. Great chances. One team's first line. This is the Savoy line to start the period. Shots, saves, and Milic has been excellent. And then the first line from Seattle says, oh yeah, check this out. A in-tight chance from Schaefer. Earlier it was a shot from Gunther that hit Schaefer in the backside. And Hauser comes up strong as well. What a balanced series.
Zloty. He's from Calgary. 145 points in the last 2 regular seasons for him. 81 points this year. 3 assists in this series. Redirected in by Latimer. Mineo goes back for the Thunderbirds. The Ice get the puck, but not for long. Fed ahead. Doc Toward the line, the Chicago pick shoves down Ostapchuk. A couple of strong young men right there. Ostapchuk and Duck. Ostapchuk on the puck. He's got Latimer with him. Friesen accepts it. Evan Friesen. Backing toward the hash mark. Sword is at the blue line. Takes that pass. Graham Sword, a couple of steps, shoots a high one, and that is blocked. Sachin off the glass. Picked up by Sword. In behind the goal. Winnipeg making a partial change. Bad puck management there. Armstrong got a piece of it. But no harm done for Seattle as that comes to neutral ice now. Lambos, the fourth line is on for Winnipeg. Lambos carries it. They allow him to get to center. He'll take it a little further. Lambos shoots it. Glove saving a hold with Nash coming, looking for a rebound.
I mentioned what a balanced series, and some people at home might be saying, yeah, it's 3-1. And you know what? In all fairness to Seattle, I didn't think that the best team in Game 4 won. I thought Winnipeg deserved to win. I thought they were the better team. None of that matters. That's hockey, right? So you don't win a game, you should. Now you need to come back and have a big push here in a difficult building to play in, but it has been very balanced in my mind.
Matt Odette told us today we're playing good hockey. I don't think we've had our best stuff quite yet. We want to be a little more efficient. Coaches are never satisfied. I suppose they shouldn't be. As Nash cuts, Ty Nash. Back for Wu. Rashad through a crowd. Looked dangerous. That's blocked. And Wu kept it in just for a moment. Good bump on the play as Armstrong knocked down Davidson, the two number 29s there. Easton Armstrong. Davidson wants that pass. Wu read it. Wood has it. Lambos right onto the tape of Davidson. 3:20 gone in the second period. Winnipeg needing a win to prolong the series. The puck goes into the Seattle bench.
You talk about Winnipeg and what defines them. Well, it is speed and skill. They had the best record in the regular season. They've got 6 players with 30 goals or more. 6 players with 70 points or more. And you know what? That's not to say that they're not good defensively. They were the 3rd best defensive team in all of the Western Hockey League as well. So, like I said earlier, it's only fitting that these two teams bottleneck to clash for the league title.
115 points. Home ice advantage in the final. Although you look at the 2-3-2 format and makes you wonder if it is an advantage or not. As Benson looks for it, but it's swept in and Sword goes back to collect. And Sword reversed it, picked off Gunther, centers it, Schaefer, he'll back it up. But Hansel had taken a step, so he couldn't hold it.
Good defense from Zachary Benson, and it was that defensive posture that forced that pass that leaves the zone. Nice job from number 9.
Lambert with a risky move. Savoy trying to take it away. Couldn't do it, though. Gunther is checked. Savoy, up ahead is Benson. Will it come to him? Yes, Benson driving. Seattle getting back quickly. Benson tries to cut, and he is erased. That's a good bit of checking there by Hansel. Now Allen for Schaefer. We've talked about it, that pairing on defense. Allen and Hansel is very strong for the Thunderbirds.
That's a big reason why they were the best defensive team. It's the players like that. Luke Prokop as well, so hard to play against.
Lambos, no entry point, and he iced it. Or did he? Geeky tried to negate that. Can't do it. We get a whistle.
Well, we talked about Bill LaForge, who won the Executive of the Year. Winnipeg had a record season. Matt Cockle, their general manager, did excellent moves at the trade deadline and throughout the course of the year. And look at the body of work for James Patrick's club. 115 points, 57 wins, 30 at home, 61 points at home. On and on you go. They were just as good nearly on the road. A truly balanced team. Great offense, good defense, good goaltending. Hauser makes one there.
That rebound, that shot was blocked by Prosowski. Collected now by Geeky, our first intermission guest. He kicks it into gear. Connor Geeky, good pass cross ice. Geeky just banned on it. Looking good off the rush. Schillo, who's been quiet in this series, trying to help Winnipeg get on the board first. Doc accepts it. And he waited a bit long, and that is offside. Sachin was ahead of the play. Couple of pushes there between Schillo and Doc, nothing much.
Look at the last chance here for Winnipeg. It's Geeky again as he goes to the far lane, and it's Schillo that gets handcuffed just a little bit. It was in his feet, wasn't able to corral that puck, and that close. Geeky follows it up to the net, and it just bounces over his stick as he drives to the blue paint.
Shots are 14 apiece. with 14:54 to go in the second. Geekie has been very impressive in this series.
He's got such a good stick. He's good at using it defensively. He's excellent at using it offensively. He doesn't have a whole lot of puck luck in my mind, but he and his line have been very noticeable.
He had 77 points this year, the 11th overall pick last year by the Arizona Coyotes. On pass ahead, Latimer bumps that one in. Prokop around the boards. It gets to center. Zloty. Sword off the stick of Latimer and back in. Busting in there is Ostapchuk. Such a good forechecker. He left it. No one was there to take it. That's going to be another whistle on the play and icing against the Thunderbirds.
I mentioned Connor Geekie has such a great stick. 35 goals, 77 points on the season. He's a 200-foot player, and why don't we take a closer look at his stick? It is unique to say the least. It's the longest on the. What is that? That's got to be at least a roll of Renfrew on the back, on the butt end of that. Every player has their own thing. I asked his dad, Craig, who's an old teammate of mine and a good buddy. He says, I don't know why he did it. He just does it. Every player, they're weird. And you know what? It's probably when he reaches and extends out, it's going to stick in his hand a little bit easier. And it doubles as a plunger as well.
The pass for Savoy. They come into the zone. Thunderbirds get back quickly. Benson directed it and sticked away by Milic. He has been zoned in. That shot, tip attempt. He made the save. And another whistle. 13:53 left in the second. Winnipeg needs a win to stay alive. Seattle trying to close them out here in the WHL final.
Fellow elites, now that we've made travel so ridiculously expensive, we can enjoy this hotel without all the filthy normals littering this place with their mindless frivolity. How'd you get here?
Kayak.
Huh?
They compared hundreds of travel sites to find a great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
I guess we'll just have to eat him. Yeah, you do it.
Kayak. Search one and done.
Across the nation, the Canadian Hockey League is known for investing in moments like this. But did you know we're also investing in this and this? While you're probably used to seeing us here, we're also here and here. Through the CHL Scholarship Program, clubs award nearly $10 million each year, helping thousands of former players continue their education. So while you're seeing this, we're also doing this. The CHL, developing tomorrow's leaders.
It's the Staples Big Chair and Desk event. Save up to 40% on our best assortment of chairs and desks. On now until May 23rd. Can saving be easy?
Let's find out.
Sleeman Clear 2.0 presents how it started and how it's going. Crisp, refreshing Sleeman Clear 2.0 has 80 calories and 2 grams of carbs. Why not make it 2.0?
The CHL on TSN is proudly presented by BetRivers.com. It's a whole new game.
Combined for over 270 points amongst the three of those guys, all in the regular season. We kind of called them out a bit here tonight, knowing that they just had to find another level to their game, and they most certainly have. They've combined for 6 shots as a line. 4 of them have come from Benson, and they have been excellent. Those shots have been grade A shots. They've looked fast and dangerous. You get the feeling it's only a matter of time.
Winnipeg with some offensive zone time. Lambert played it up, couldn't get it out. Took a funny bounce off the stanchion. Prokop tries to wrap up his men, frees him for checking. Ostapchuk spins out, and now the pressure is alleviated. Nifty little backhand pass there by Lambert. Korchinski, they keep it onside. Lambert takes it off the boards and whacked it to the net. The stop made, and then it hit Friesen. Boy, had Lambert been able to play that pass cleanly, he would have had quite a look. Korchinski, good check there by Ostapchuk. Pinio. And Schaefer got the best of that transaction along the boards. Swung right back, and Schaefer will pick that up with momentum. Flat-footed was Lambos, but he's able to poke it away. And now Wu sends it around. Lambos has it. Schaefer with a check on him, kept in by Gunther. Gloved it down. Lambos couldn't get it past Gunther. He threw it to the net. He had a man going there. That was Davidson. Davidson trying to get the jump on Wu off the glass and down the ice. Hustling on the forecheck is Nash. Good work by him. Nash with the feet moving 100 miles per hour that time. They need some energy from this fourth line. If they could get it, some production would be a bonus. Davidson, sharp angle shot, collected by Geekie. So Geekie, Nash, and Armstrong right now. Hansel with the move. Siona. Davidson, head up, good pass. Krinkovic, and a blocker save there by Hauser. These two goaltenders have been terrific so far. Hansel doesn't shoot it. Hansel walking, tees it up. There's a drive and a stick save. Hansel gets to the loose puck. Pressure from Seattle. Armstrong can't get a hold of it. Davidson does. Pushes it for Siona. Krinkovic to the line. Allen. Hansel. Allen. Nash watching him. Down to the side of the goal. Siona. His pass off the stick of Zloty. Geekie can't get there in time. Hansel with a shot. He ripped that one just wide. And Nash, they need to get it out. And it does just come over the line. Blistered right back in. That is a shift and a half for Seattle.
Heavy shift and a half. I agree.
But the ice don't break. Korchinski, he'll drop it off for Sachin. Tight game here in game number 5. Turnover. Savoy denied. And sprawling is Milic. No whistle yet. Everybody's down there. And now the whistle goes. And the ice just can't get a break.
Boy, action at both ends of the ice, and a little pushback here from Winnipeg after they were completely under siege from the Siona line. And there's Milic. He loses his blocker actually in that transaction, but look at the bodies. And then Korchinski earlier keeps the puck alive, and then Lambert wasn't able to get that shot off cleanly like you mentioned, partner, and that shot led to a really impactful shift for Seattle. Winnipeg escapes.
There was a broken stick down there, a blocker, bodies everywhere. Shots in this second period, 9-5 in favor of the Seattle Thunderbirds as Milic collects himself. Milic from Coquitlam, BC.
That shift for Seattle, there's always a shift here and there, and I think we've had a few from the Savoy line that kind of defines the team, right? And that shift from Seattle would define their entire team. That's how they want to play. Build off the wall, bodies to the net, get the puck there, and that is exhausting to defend against.
Benson finds it for Winnipeg. He'll drop it. Pickford looking to clear. Benson held it at the half boards for a moment. He's on it again. Krosowski waits at the line, has to be careful. He's dumped in the play. Benson's got that great agility, and he'll lug it to the line. Nifty pass. Savoy tried to direct that to the net. It was blocked. He finishes his check. McLennan, good anticipation. Savoy. Benson can't flag that down. They almost get the sense this line gets 1, they might get 5.
Yeah.
As Popovich goes back for it. Credit Seattle. They've done a good job against the top trio for Winnipeg. Majanovic off the rush. In against 3 ice defenders. Lambos for Sword. He'll backhand that. He had to move quickly. Open ahead is McLennan. 2-on-2 developing. Drop pass. Benson waits. Shot easily stopped there. Point feed. Zloty dancing with it. That shot blockered way up it goes off the blocker of Milic. Shots are 18-16 Seattle. No score. Majanovic. Aerial pass. Grayson Sachin. A riser. He might have had designs on that far blocker side.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. That is something for sure. I think they're targeting most of the shots that they can have been in the top half of the net, and if they can't, they'll continue to go to the blocker side. I think if there is a weakness in Hauser's game, it would be on that blocker high side.
Chillo directs it in. Geekie is up there, but there before Korchinski. Doc took a bump from Peterson. Chillo. Siona are there. A couple of other bodies as well as both teams look for the game's first goal. Peterson trying to drag it to the net. Siona content to just chop that one down the ice and relieve the pressure. Jonas Wu, pressure on him from Doc. Doc winning that battle. Centering pass between the skates of Siona. Now Allen at the goal line. He finds a man. There's a big save by Hauser. And it's loose and clear. Boy, Hauser got across in a hurry there.
Yeah, he got the glove up, and then good positioning from Lambos, who saves the day. The rebound was in the blue paint, and Lambos clears it.
Pass to Allen. Krinkovic redirects it. Blasted around by Davidson. Wu. Gunther to Krinkovic. He is checked right away. Gunther's there to help. Kept in by Hansel on the backhand. Flicked it to the hash marks. Wu. Turning away. Short pass. He gets some support there from Friesen, and that is wobbled out of the zone. Watch out, loose puck swooped up by Latimer. Evan Friesen for Latimer. That is blocked. Puck goes up in the air. Loose in front of the goal, clearing a tip. Zloty, high slot feed to Ostapchuk. He'll turn and face the net. Prosovsky has to handle a hot potato there. That's a tough one to play. Carter Prosovsky back with it. 19-year-old, 5 assists in this postseason. Good defensive work. McLennan, centering pass. Winnipeg changing, so they didn't have numbers that time. Lambert at center. Who will get this game's first goal? That hit the helmet of Lambert. It went right to Gunther. To Lambert. His pass. Schaefer. Swing and a miss. Point feed. Prokop. There's a shot. Toe save by Hauser. Off Gunther, who got it right back. And that feed intended for Lambert. Good stick by Savoy. Looks to be a little tired at the end of the shift. And it's lofted high and in by Benson. Another terrific game in this series. Game number 5. Seattle leads it, as you see on your screen, 3-1. Down it goes, and a bouncing puck, and icing is the call. Shots 19-17 in favor of Seattle. Terrific goaltending at both ends in Game 5.
Now is the time to get outside and explore. Now you can travel in style and comfort, with technology leading the way. Now you'll be inspired by all that's around you. Secure your Kia Seltos today, because there's no time like now. Kia, movement that inspires.
Crosby with a little room to operate. Crosby snaps in. He scores. Passes it front to Kane on the road. Score!
Short-handed on a breakaway. Crowd on its feet. McDavid scores. Cannon circling with that bouncing puck. He scores. Nathan McKinnon.
Bedard to bring him up for Regina. 1-on-2 step by the defenseman. And then at the deke, and he scores. Does it get any better than that? Oh my.
WHL on TSN is brought to you by Go RV Canada. Find your wildhood.
Well, there possibly is a triple header on Sunday as the CHL League Championships roll on. Halifax beat Quebec tonight. My son drove from Nova Scotia to see the game. He's crazy, but he said it was terrific. Peterborough leading the Knights 3-2, and if necessary, Canada Life Center, Kevin and I and the rest of our crew will be there if there is a Game 6.
Is Clark going to drive there as well to Winnipeg?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Putting the miles on.
No, he said it was terrific, and he's a big fan of junior hockey, as we are too. As Schaefer moves it behind the goal. Minio, Gunther. These teams have traded scoring opportunities. Tough to really say one team has dominated play. I don't think that's the case at all, as the scoreboard would represent. Schaefer, backhander, and knocked down and held by Daniel Hauser.
Such a big, strong man, Schaefer. It's sometimes a man among boys in junior hockey, and you can understand why he's a first-round pick of the Oilers, now property of Nashville. He was involved in the Ekholm trade. We talked about that, and just good strength. He goes forehand, pulls it to the backhand. You can see there's some zip on that as he tries to beat Hauser on the glove side. 6'4", 220. Moves pretty good for a big man.
Certainly does. Reed Schaefer. Geeky against Popowich on the faceoff. Geeky wins it again. He takes the faceoff as a right shot. He's a left shot, as we know. Out to center. Punched right back in. Lambos and Prosovsky paired right now together on defense for Winnipeg. That long pass trickles off a stick. Popowich tags up. Gustafsson, who had a great chance in period one at the crossbar. He is out there as well as Majanovic, who's on the puck right now. Point pass. Allen takes a look at Hansel. Gets it to him. Shot! Score! And it's Popowich. 1-0 Seattle. Well, you wondered would it take a redirect or a tip to beat these goaltenders, and Popowich with a terrific play there.
Excellent play here from low to high, right? And then you get into the eyes of the goaltender, not just one, but two bodies. There's two tip lanes there. Gustafsson is in on the crease, and it's Popowich that's high enough where I think it goes off of his stick, and watch the puck elevate quickly. There's no chance here for Hauser whatsoever. Another blocker side goal against, but you can't fault him. He's been excellent. That's just an excellent shot to the net in traffic for the game's opener.
Popowich with his first goal of the series, second goal of the playoffs. He's going to turn 20 on the 21st. Early birthday present for him. And a lead for Seattle. The ice is finally broken. Pass back through center, some speed up the ice now. Prokop with a wrist shot that is flipped away. He's going to find it again. Luke Prokop directs it to the net. And with Majanovic coming in dock two, it is held by Hauser. But it's Popowich with his second of the postseason. And Seattle with the lead. 1-0 in Game 5.
New Crazy Puffs from Little Caesars. They're small bites that are big on flavor. Stuffed with either 3 cheese and herb or pepperoni. Sprinkled with Parmesan cheese and Italian seasoning. Eat them as a snack or with your favorite pizza. The puffabilities are endless. Order them today for only $4.99. Delivery.
Take control with the all-new CHL app. The home of every team, every fan, and every moment. And now, the CHL app features thousands of live games. Simply find your game of choice, log in with your existing CHL TV account, and stream any game, anytime, any place, live or on demand. The all-new CHL app, now with CHL TV. Find us on the Apple Store or Google Play Store and supercharge your experience today.
With the PetSmart Treats loyalty program, it's easy to shop, earn every day, and redeem with the PetSmart app. Earn points with every purchase and earn bonus points by activating special offers. Download the PetSmart app to start earning now. PetSmart.
Whenever you have something really cold and then you get this short, sharp kind of sensation, that's sensitivity. It can get worse. I always recommend Sensodyne, which is specially designed to care for their sensitive teeth. It works.
Know that Royale Tiger Towel paper towel is Tiger Strong, but did you know it's carbon neutral? Tiger Towel is part of an organization that plants millions of trees each year and responsibly manage forests. Royale, trusted quality, carbon neutral.
Well, we wondered how long we'd have to wait to see the game's opening goal, and as many great quality chances we've seen from the top lines of both of these teams. What a bonus it is to get the game's opener from your forward line. A tip-in tight from Sam Popowich. It's his second of the playoffs, and this place absolutely erupted as Seattle is on the cusp of punching their ticket to the Memorial Cup if they can carry this for another 25 or so minutes.
Just under 6 left in period 2. Dan Robertson, Kevin Sawyer here tonight. And pulled to center by Zloty. He'll pick his way in. Zloty staying with it. Brought down. And it'll trickle to the net.
Dan, I had the pleasure of calling this series last year, and the right team won. It was Brad Lauer as the head coach of the Edmonton Oil Kings, but Seattle did not go away easily. Matt Odette's team felt like they were a team of destiny. They had a saying last year, one more day with the boys. It was just one more day, and they were such a scrappy, resilient group. This year they have a new saying. It's reload and re-engage because they have unfinished business. They came into the year with one goal. We're going to win this thing. And they didn't make any bones about it. They knew who they were. They knew this was their year. And they're awfully close to making that a reality.
Some forechecking from Benson. Savoy, he's being bothered, but he was able to move it down to the half boards. Benson gets free, moved it to the slot, and just safely chipped to the left lane by Davidson, but he fanned on it. Benson reloads. You see 5 Thunderbirds back in their own zone. Benson centers back, that shot by Savoy. Again, they're creating chances, but they cannot beat Milic.
So many quality chances. It's unbelievable. Milic, the job he has done.
Hoisted right back in. Benson on the forecheck. Milic with a pass to the corners. We have 15 minutes gone in this second period. Popovich with the goal just a moment ago. Siona, the captain, shot. No problem for Hauser.
19 saves on the night for Thomas Milic, and they have not been easy, to say the least. Look at that, as he's tight to his post, a little in-tight shot, and he faces that one down. You look at the last 2 postseasons for Thomas Milic. He's played every single minute for this Seattle Thunderbirds team. His numbers speak for themselves. Oh, yeah, by the way, he was pretty good at the World Juniors as well. 1.76 goals against average as he crowned the gold.
Obviously, he was in good shape. Go play the World Juniors and all just the mental stress you're under. Playing all these minutes here, rock solid. Puck inside the Winnipeg zone. The pass back to Zloty, releasing up ahead is Peterson. Zloty finding Kiki. He'll pull that into the zone. Just one power play apiece so far. Centering pass all the way back to the line. Graham Sword. Play that cleanly now. He'll get another chance. Sword behind the net. Peterson. Kiki. Fake the shot. Zloty. And maybe one too many passes. That chance from in tight. Kiki can't bang it home. He's got it back. Kiki patiently behind the net. Sword is open. Kiki looks in the other direction. Now Sword. Pressure from Winnipeg. Off the skate of Zloty. And in the end, he had to take it out of the zone. And you're seeing reasons why this Seattle team was top of the heap defensively this year. Long pass off the stick of Ostapchuk. He's got it back. Ostapchuk cutting for a better angle. Took it through the slot, but it's knocked away, and Schaefer floats that to the blue line. Wu. Latimer. Little cutback. Picks up speed. Carson Latimer driving wide. Latimer to the net on the backhand. A daring rush from him, who's had a very good series.
3 goals in this series, and a lot of them have come from that speed to the net. He's courageous. He takes his toes to the paint, and there's another example of it. The former 1st or 4th rounder to the Ottawa Senators looking good.
Wu a long feed up ahead. Latimer, short pass intended for Ostapchuk. Cut off Gunther for Seattle. Drop pass. Ostapchuk zips it around. It'll get out and skated into now. Lambos for Ice on the move. That shot, redirect attempt in front, but it didn't work. Things opening up a little bit now. Davidson back, drop pass. Here's Krinkovic, and he lifted that about 2 feet off the mark. Back through center of the ice with possession and twisting with it. Benson into the zone. Savoy wants that pass. Benson cuts back. McLennan is open. He's in front. Tipped it. He didn't get enough of it. Puck grabbed again by Savoy. Winnipeg trying to tie game 5. The latter moments of period 2. And ripped in by Korchinski, and Seattle changes. A spin move by Zloty to keep it away from the forecheck. Sword. Out to center with it. Savoy's pass. Benson couldn't knock that one down. They'll try it again. McLennan, they keep it onside. Drop feed for Benson. Rink wide pass. Directed toward the goal. And knocked away. McLennan was looking for it. Myanovic back for Seattle. 4 men are up. Gustafsson drop pass. Myanovic shot. And Hauser rock. Steady. No rebound after that save.
A good confident save from Hauser. And earlier Latimer, we saw him take the puck to the net with speed, and then I like the second chance that he had. Look at the poise. He could shoot it. He waits until he gets net front presence. He's looking for a tip in tight from Friesen. It ends up going off of Allen's skate and out, but I like the heads-up play where you shoot it, the goaltender can see it, he's going to make the save. Instead, he waits for reinforcements. There's 2 guys net front. They just weren't able to get a touch.
Off the face-off, it's going to come to Allen. He shoots a high one. Gloved down there by Hauser. Doc was lurking, hoping for a loose puck. Allen, who has an assist in this game, played it at center. Geekie swatted at it. Lambos, he has played a ton and will continue to do so. Good pass ahead. Connor Geekie driving, sticked away. Nice work defensively. In transition comes Seattle. Doc to the net. Stopped by Hauser, and he makes another save. That time on Sachin. Hauser doing his level best to keep this a 1-goal deficit.
What a rush chance here from Colton Doc. Look at that, where he goes forehand, backhand, and then he pulls it back through the triangle again, and in tight he elevates. That was not an easy save for Hauser, but he comes up large once again. He's had many saves and big ones in this one.
Shots are now 28-23. Seattle with the edge, and the goal, Popovich from Hansel and Allen at 13:45. Kevin Korchinski. Low bouncing shot. Friesen. Flings it. Ostapchuk gets to it. Sword calls for it. Directed in by Latimer. Sword with momentum. Trying to track it. Now he'll get back into position. Someone's lost a glove. Friesen finds the puck. Glove picked up by Korchinski. Good battle behind the Seattle net. Latimer takes it out. Worked on and shoved by Hansel. Latimer hanging in there. Puck up for grabs. Clearing attempt. Doesn't work. Zloty backhand shovel shot. Blocked. Friesen to the net. Can't stop by Milic. He's strong on that glove. Ostapchuk causing havoc in front of the Seattle goal.
That's a trend that I'm noticing more and more, where shots are going to the net in front of Milic, and they're looking for a stick to re-tip it behind a goaltender that's making every save that he can see. Look at Ostapchuk and watch when the puck comes. It's not a shot on net as much as it is shooting for his stick. He's such a big man, and he makes his stick available, and you're looking for a little tip, a lot like the Popovich goal, where it elevates in tight of a real good goaltender. Try to get it in the top of the net.
21.5 to go in the second. See some of the fans here at Showware Center. They've been loud long before the opening face-off. Popovich and Savoy on the draw. Popovich wins it. Sword redirects it to the corner. Winnipeg would obviously love a late one here. They've got possession. Back to Sword. Little head fake. Shoots it. Blocked. Scoop to the line. Over the line and out. 5 seconds left. Savoy looking for a rush chance. It will not materialize, and we are through 40 minutes of play. 1-0 Seattle.
Well, this is a really important intermission, needless to say, and this is where you rely on your veteran leadership if you're the Winnipeg Ice. You're down by 1, you're facing elimination, and you got guys like Peterson, Ostapchuk, Zloty, and the guys that have been around, right? They're going to try to calm the nerves, focus on 1 goal, and that's what it is. Get 1 goal to stay alive.
1 goal in this game. Popovich at 13:45. 1-0 after 40 minutes of play. The Western Hockey League final on TSN.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
At Real Canadian Superstore, real life calls for real savings. Like PC Optimum points, you can redeem for free stuff. Ad match price matching. Or club size buys for club size messes. Check out all the ways you can save for real at superstore.ca or visit us in store.
Introducing Tim's Barbecue Crispy Chicken Loaded Bowls and Wraps.
We need barbecue sauce. You need it on everything.
We're sisters, but we're also
barbecue sisters.
Freshly prepared with ingredients like crispy seasoned chicken that's tossed in a smoky barbecue glaze and topped with a creamy barbecue sauce.
It has cucumber tomatoes, glorious barbecue chicken. It tastes so good.
You get more of the barbecue on barbecue.
Can I take another bite?
Try new Barbecue Crispy Chicken Loaded Bowls and Wraps for a limited time.
If you want hockey action, Bet Rivers Sportsbook app is firing on all cylinders. Bet same-game parlays where you can combine different bets from the same game for more action, like player props, puck lines, total goals, and more. And don't forget, our award-winning customer service. Oh, man. That's a tough shift. Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and hockey. It's a whole new game.
While we were out, my husband John had the common signs of a heart attack. Chest pain, sweating, nausea. We called 911 and he chewed 2 aspirin 81.
If you think you're having a heart attack, call 911, then chew 2 aspirin 81 milligrams. It may help save your life.
With Insalatissime Rio Mare, eating well Italian style is easy. Prime quality Rio Mare tuna, selected legumes and vegetables, many delicious recipes to enjoy anywhere. Insalatissime Rio Mare, real Italian taste.
The Seattle Thunderbirds are 1 period away from a WHL title and a chance at a Memorial Cup. They lead 1-0. Can they hang on? Let's hear from Sam Popwich, goal scorer, with Dan Robertson.
Sam, you get the goal in that second period, a redirect. Did you figure it might take that kind of a goal to beat Hauser because he's been so strong tonight?
Yeah, he's been really good. You know, we've been preaching on the bench. We just got to get to the net, and it was a great shot by Hansy just to get it there, and I got to stick on it, so I went in.
Your goaltender has been terrific as well. Give us a word about Milic.
Yeah, it's every game, all playoffs. He's been a rock for us, and he holds us in games all the time, so he's been unreal.
So how do you not get ahead of yourselves as you head toward the third period, knowing what is at stake here?
I mean, we just got to take it one shift at a time. You know, they're a really good team. They're really good off the rush and fast, so I think if we just take it one shift at a time and make sure we're managing pucks well, we'll be all right.
Thanks for your time, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back in, Julia Teixeira. Pleased to be joined by Carlo Koliakovo and Craig Button. 40 minutes of hockey played, Carlo, and all we could talk about was the goalies. How did Sam Popwich find a way through?
Well, they found a way to beat them. And you know, all game I've been seeing Hansel and Allen be the shutdown guys, and they do an unbelievable job against the Winnipeg top players. But here they are in the offensive zone creating the offense, and it's what you expect in the offense, right? I mean, you get the puck low, you find a way to get it low to high, and it's just great heads-up awareness here. Allen over to Hansel. He's ready to shoot it right away, and Popovich goes right to the net and gets a lucky bounce.
You watch this type of play, and it's the type of play, you know, we use terms like high to low and use the width of the rink. But you watch this goal, they work it below the goal line, they work it to the left wing corner, and then Nico Mijatovic gets it up high, and then across, and then back to the net for a deflection. And what does that do? That forces the defensive team, the Winnipeg Ice, to be scrambling back to position. They're trying to find sticks, they're trying to find an opportunity to check somebody. But because of the quick puck movement and their ability to move it all the way around and use the entire offensive zone, that creates a chance. Great play up top, across, and the deflection, but that play was a great example of using the entire offensive zone to create a goal, and a really important goal, with 1-0 being significant heading into the third period.
Craig, Dylan Guenther, a boy among men in junior hockey. What stood out to you about his game so far tonight?
Well, you know, the same thing that stands out to me every night, Julia, everything. I mean, his skill is sublime. I mean, he's silky smooth. He just has an opportunity. I mean, this skating, watch this play as he goes to the net. He just kind of slides in. He's not looking to go behind the net. He's looking to go to the net. A little fake, change the shooting angle, and there's a scoring opportunity. I mean, Dylan Guenther, the game is not easy. Carlo, you know that the game isn't easy. And Dylan Guenther makes it look incredibly easy because his mind is so terrific, his hand skills and his skating are fantastic, and he impacts the game in a significant manner.
And you know, it's players like him that understand where the scoring areas of the ice are. And you can see he's finding a way to get to those scoring areas. You saw the power move there on the second play there. He gets the puck wide, but he's moving to the middle of the ice to find those scoring areas. That's why he's as good as he is.
As good as he is. I said boy among men. I obviously meant men among boys. Craig, if Winnipeg's going to get back in this, they're going to need their top guns rolling. What else do we need to see from them?
Well, they need finish. I mean, right now, there's nothing else that matters. Kevin Sawyer talked about it at the beginning of the game. I talked about it during the first intermission. Listen, we can watch them. We watch the top players create chances. Creating chances are simply not the answer right now. Finish is the only answer for the Winnipeg Ice. They are ever so close. Close ain't going to cut it here when you're facing elimination in this game. So, despite the fact that they've been exhilarating in terms of their skill, exciting with their opportunities, the finish isn't there. And if they don't find finish in the third period, they're going to be going home to Winnipeg empty-handed, and the Seattle Thunderbirds are going to be celebrating a Western Hockey League championship.
See, when I watch those plays, I wonder, all this talk that we've been mentioning, Thomas Milic, I wonder if he's actually in Winnipeg's head right now. Because you see those chances, there's no second or third opportunities. And I think with Winnipeg, what their focus needs to be with 20 minutes left in their season is try to find a way to create those second and third chances in front of the net and just break the ice with Milic right now. Because right now, the way Milic is playing, doesn't look like he can be beat.
Yeah, we'll see if Winnipeg can find a solution. And if not, we're 20 minutes away from the Seattle Thunderbirds punching their ticket to the 2023 Memorial Cup in Kamloops. A little bit more on Kamloops and what we can expect at the Memorial Cup next.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
Get your cold on this summer at Tim's with next level refreshment. Our new sparkling quenchers are bubbly and make a big splash. From blackberry yuzu to orange ginger, they're naturally flavored and deliciously unique. When that heat dials up, hit refresh with the perfect cool down. Keep it cold with Tim's new sparkling quenchers all summer long.
If you want hockey action, Bet Rivers Sportsbook app is firing on all cylinders. Bet same-game parlays, where you can combine different bets from the same game for more action, like player props, puck lines, total goals, and more. And don't forget, our award-winning customer service. Oh, man. That's a tough shift. Bet Rivers Sportsbook app and hockey. It's a whole new game.
Now that it's so easy to get my packing and shipping done here, maybe I should take it up a notch.
Come on, Granny, we need to take it up a notch.
You got it, baby.
Can packing and shipping be easy? Let's find out.
Sleeman Clear 2.0 presents how it started and how it's going. Crisp, refreshing Sleeman Clear 2.0 has 80 calories and 2 grams of carbs. Why not make it 2.0?
The CHL Memorial Cup begins next Friday as the league champions from the OHL, WHL, and QMJHL battle for the national championship. The Memorial Cup presented by Kia. Catch every game all tournament long and every CHL championship game right here only on TSN.
The confluence of two rivers. For centuries, it's what has brought people to this region. the North and South Thompson Rivers, one meandering from the Shuswap, the other originating from the toe of the Great Thompson Glacier. When water like this flows, it becomes a powerful force. It moves mountains, it feeds economies, and above all, it supports life as we know it. To Kamloops, as they say in Secwepemc, or Kamloops, as we know it today, means meeting of the waters. And so here, where the waters meet, the country will come together.
Before we get going with the rest of the day here, guys, we've got a short video message from ownership about a real special announcement for our team. So we'll take a look at that to start off.
Hey guys, Shane Doan here.
Jerome McGinley here. Daryl Sador here. Hey guys, first off, congratulations on getting to the point where you're at right now. Good luck this weekend. And keep up the great work. It's not finished yet. Good job. Take them on. Keep going.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that you deserve this opportunity and grab it.
And also, we got some extremely exciting news. We have some exciting news. I want to congratulate you guys and the city of Kamloops.
We've won the bid for the Memorial Cup.
Our city knows greatness. It's home to a franchise with 6 WHL championships and 3 Memorial Cup titles worth of greatness. In 2023, the pursuit of greatness continues. Get fired up, Blazer Nation. We've got some business to take care of.
Well, what a tough narrator host to follow. Logan Stankoven, CHL Player of the Year last year, and what a job there with that narration. We're so excited for the upcoming Memorial Cup in Kamloops, and someone to my left who has a lot of experience there, Carlo Koliakovo, OHL champion. Show off the bling. Show off the bling.
There it is. Yeah, right there.
Talk to me about your favorite memories from that tournament in Guelph.
Well, the Memorial Cup's so special because it's one of the hardest tournaments to play in. I mean, you think about your junior career. Some guys, it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. If you're lucky, 4 years. Lucky for me, it was 4 years, and I got to play in it once. And people say the Stanley Cup's the hardest trophy to win, and it is. It's a hard trophy to win, but playing the Memorial Cup and winning the Memorial Cup is definitely the hardest because of the time spent that you have to compete in it. And we don't see many dynasties go back there year after year. So you really relish the moment when you're there. You're playing against the best teams, you know, in each league, representing what you're trying to do and beat the best, crown yourself as the best team in junior hockey. So when you're there, you have to be at your best. There's no nights off because there's no margin for error with any games. So you try to relish it. For me, you know, I have this to symbolize, you know, winning an OHL championship. I lost in overtime in the semifinals in my year, and it's still a stinging memory for me, but definitely a tournament I was so grateful to be a part of. And for every year that players get a chance to play in it, it's just another memory that they get to create in their hockey career.
You know, Carlo, you talk about your junior career. It's short, and you think about being 16 years of age, and you're pursuing your dreams. You're trying to achieve your goals, and you're in this new, brand big world as you're trying to get to this place that seems magical, the NHL. But through that path, you know, you have success in junior, and you get to the Memorial Cup. And the Memorial Cup, to me, is the hardest trophy to win because you go through a long season, you win a championship, and then you're trying to win another championship against the best teams in the country. And that, to me, is really significant. I was in Kamloops in 1995, the last time that they hosted it, and they won the Memorial Cup. It's special, and it's going to be special this coming Memorial Cup in Kamloops. Great history, great people behind it, and the teams that are going to participate are going to be just like you, Carlo. They're going to absolutely remember it for the rest of their lives.
Well, Seattle trying to become one of those teams. On the other side, we'll get you back to WHL action. Seattle trying to punch their ticket to the Memorial Cup.
Fellow elites,
Now that we've made travel so ridiculously expensive, we can enjoy this hotel without all the filthy normals littering this place with their mindless frivolity. How'd you get here?
Kayak.
Huh?
They compared hundreds of travel sites to find a great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
I guess we'll just have to eat him. Yeah, you do it.
Kayak. Search one and done.
At Kubota, we're all about getting it done. And now's the time to take your productivity to the next level with durable Kubota equipment that's ready for whatever you throw at it. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard. Our local dealers' reliable equipment and service that's there when you need it give you the power to get it done and then some. Because your work never stops. Neither does Kubota.
At Real Canadian Superstore, real life calls for real savings. Like PC Optimum points, you can redeem for free stuff. Ad match price matching. Or club size buys for club size messes. Check out all the ways you can save for real at superstore.ca or visit us in store.
Introducing Tim's Barbecue Crispy Chicken Loaded Bowls and Wraps.
We need barbecue sauce. We need it on everything.
We're sisters, but we're also
Barbecue sisters.
Freshly prepared with ingredients like crispy seasoned chicken that's tossed in a smoky barbecue glaze and topped with a creamy barbecue sauce.
It has cucumber tomatoes, glorious barbecue chicken. It tastes so good.
You get more of the barbecue on barbecue.
Can I take another bite?
Try new Barbecue Crispy Chicken Loaded Bowls and Wraps for a limited time.
One goal in the game. It came in that second period. Sam Popovich, who had 9 in the regular season, gets his first of the series from Hansel and Allen. Dan and Kevin back with you. And in many ways, this is a prototypical playoff game. It's been tight and a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I think this is the way that Matt O'Dette and the Seattle Thunderbirds would want it to be played out. I'm not so sure that that's the way that James Patrick and the Ice would like to see it, as they're high flying. And there's been no shortage of chances from both teams. What I'm seeing from Seattle is they're getting more contributions from lines 1 through 4, and most of the good quality chances for the Winnipeg Ice are coming from that top line. We talked about it. They needed to be better, and they have been excellent. They've done everything but score, but it has been a back and forth affair, right? Both goaltenders making huge saves. Seattle out shooting Winnipeg 19-13 in that second period. There's a stat here that's overwhelming. For Seattle, they outscore their opponents in the third period and overtime 37-12. That's not good for the Winnipeg Ice, down by a goal and their series on the line.
Seattle 10-0 in the playoffs when leading after 40 minutes of play. And possibly one period away from a berth in the Memorial Cup. Well, Winnipeg, you know, will have something to say about that as play begins in period 3. Now Lambos, and you look at some of the overagers, especially with Winnipeg right now, and wonder at the back of their head, they think, okay, this might be my last period. They'll push a little bit harder than normal, perhaps. Crashing in there is Savoy. Siona, falling was Lambos. Davidson can't get there in time, so it doesn't end up hurting the Ice, and they get the puck back. Zloty, one of the overagers mentioned, navigates to the blue. Benson cuts. Benson still with it. Fine pass. Zloty shoots a crowd in front, and Ostapchuk tried to shoot that, but he pulled it, and it left his stick. Zloty backhands that behind the goal. Latimer forechecking. Hansel. Short pass. Lambert was there, but so was Freeze. A bouncing puck. Ostapchuk. Can they get a shot? In front. Latimer. Stick save Millich. Good push to start the period by Winnipeg. Sword throws it through. It was tipped there by Latimer. Goes way up in the air behind the goal. Latimer on it again. Protecting it, Carson Latimer. Trying to keep it away from Mijatovic. And Siona tries to settle things. Off the side of the goal. Allen to Hansel. And just off the stick of Lambert and Elka. That's a good minute and a half for Winnipeg. They're right back into the zone. Kiki takes a bump from Lambert, but stays strong on it. Lambert's going to win that battle and flip it down the ice.
That was was a good start to the third period for Winnipeg, but you can see there's nothing clean. Seattle is so sticky in the house area. You might get a puck through, you're most likely not getting the shot off that you want.
Peterson protecting it on the right wing. Owen Peterson, checked by Korchinski, shovels it to Geekie. Point pass, Woo, Slotty, cuts, hangs on, wipes out, gets up, shot by Nash, he sailed that one wide. Schaefer gets over there, swept at it, good read by Woo. Winnipeg looking to keep it alive, they can't, but they'll tag up and come right back again. Slotty with the puck now. Slotty, weak shot to the net and scooped up. Nash was coming. Village grabbed it.
Yep, Ice tilted in the favor of the Ice here early in this one. Just about 2.5 in and a couple shots early first shift, and you can see nothing really seems to settle. There's just so much congestion around Milic. One shot rarely leads into two. Again, 3 guys around it, 6, 7, 8, and you can see how hard it is to get clean plays to the net. Good defense there from Prokop, but getting a stick into the shot, and Milic making life easy for his goaltender.
Milic has stopped all 26 he has seen face-off win Winnipeg, but it's going to be Mijatovic. He's got a step. Mijatovic right in, and he's stripped. Will this be a penalty shot? Yes! Nico Mijatovic drove the goal. Hauser appears to be shaken up a little on the play. We'll see. We're going to have a penalty shot. And obviously in a 1-0 game, this moment is massive.
It is a little area pass. Look at that, a flipper from Colton Dach into Mijatovic, and this is the right call. Takes him down, he's in, clearing away. First penalty shot of the series.
Mijatovic, 30 goals in the regular season, 1 in this series, 3 in the playoffs. Hauser, good to see that he's okay. Spotlight's on him. Everybody up now here at Showare Center in Kent, Washington. Listen to them. Nico Mijatovic for a 2-0 lead. Scores! Mijatovic puts it past Hauser. And Seattle has a 2-0 advantage.
Well, the 30-goal scorer in the regular season, he kind of sets the trap, right? Backhand, he's selling it. Forehand, look at the mobility as he stretches back and forth twice, and he's able to beat Hauser unlikely on the ice. I was expecting this to be going upstairs, and this is just excellent puck handling skills from Mijatovic. That's a huge goal, 2-0 here in the third period.
He was ultra patient. And it paid off. 2-0 Seattle. And how does Winnipeg respond? They've thrown a lot at the goal. They've been frustrated the whole night by Milic. Now Krkovic stumbles. He's looking to get it back. Goes down again. Penalty shot goal for Mijatovic. That shot, Hauser holds the fort.
Got to make sure you give credit to Colton Dach for that beautiful area pass. His good vision through the neutral zone that sent Mijatovic in on the shot originally that drew the penalty shot. And what a close from Mijatovic against a darn good goaltender down low. And you beat him inside that far post. Huge.
Oh, you think of the moment too, right? These two kids, penalty shot in Game 5 of the final. And Mijatovic got the better of that man, Hauser, who's been so strong tonight. Schaefer, Pickford, there's a long shot by Gunther, and Hauser saw it, was able to hold it.
Just great coaching, right? Everybody's organized. This is a set play on a clean face-off win, so it's going to be Gunther that releases out into high ice, and just watch the way he isolates an area to shoot the puck from. Win from Lambert, a little dish to the D, and then look at, there it is at the top of your screen. Gunther releases, he cocks that, and lets that one-timer go. Good set play.
Gunther 16 goals to lead the playoffs. There's James Patrick, hoping that his team, the top scoring team in the WHL this year, can break the shutout. And it's jabbed out the center, played in there by McLennan. Checking his Benson, but the pass was made. Davidson steers it around. Siona puts it along the backboard, swatted at by Sword. And the puck went out of play. We get a whistle with 16:48 left in the third.
This is where it's so hard on anybody, a grown man, a pro, and particularly these kids, right? Where you're trying to close out a series and maybe realize a lifelong dream. You could potentially be going to the Memorial Cup, but you want to push all that out of your head. And then reciprocally, it's the Ice right now that are trying not to think about what may be and stay in the moment. How are we going to get one goal first in a game that it hasn't been easy to solve? Milic, he's been excellent. The Ice, it's all about staying present and seeing if you can just chip away and find one.
Wu with an outlet pass. That's tipped in a little deeper. Again, after that goal, you're wondering, how does Winnipeg come back after that? They slump their shoulders, and then they get right back into the forecheck. That's how they started this period. They had some chances. Lots of offensive zone time. A little more now. Ty Nash looking for it, but it's Schaefer. Just pushes it past Zloty. Winnipeg resets. That was Peterson, rather. Now Peterson will want that feed. And it skips off his stick and into the zone. Pickford turns. Off the skate of Peterson. Looking to get it from Lambert, who moves it ahead. Doc was there. Schaefer flips it in. 4 minutes into the third. Popovich, Mayatovich have the goals. Winnipeg won the first game of the series. 3 straight for Seattle, looking for a 4th straight. Korchinski being bothered. Ostapchuk against Gustafsson with a terrific chance in the first period. Came inches from scoring. Point feed. Brosovsky snaps it. Easy stop. Milic. Nobody in his line of sight. Korchinski gloves it. Doc. Tic-tac-toe. Away they go. Gustafsson driving. Is Sachin. Gustafsson shoots. Rebound. All the way back to the line. And the Ice trying to make it an odd-man rush now. A 2-on-2. Friesen cutting. Korchinski stayed right with him. Friesen still on the puck. Back to the blue line. Brosovsky to Zloty. Snapshot. Block. Here's a chance and a bit of a miss by Geeky, but they do get it back to the blue line. And so Snapshot. There's a shot. Friesen scores! Friesen with goals in consecutive games set up by Ostapchuk, and it's 2-1.
Connor McLennan has a lot to do with this goal. As many great chances that he's had in this game, it's because of him that this goal goes at 94 net front, and he's going to take the eyes away from Milic. So this is a really good job. A touch pass from Ostapchuk into Friesen, and then just watch. Right there, it's McLennan. He's giving Milic something else to think about, and this one on the ice, somewhat innocently, just finds a way in behind Milic, and great response. You talk about emotional control. Winnipeg draws themselves back within 1, and we've got just under 15 minutes to go.
Friesen has 7 now in the postseason and 3 in this series. He had 14 goals in the regular season, 27 points, and a big one right there, obviously. So something finally pays off for the Ice, and it's a 1-goal game one more time. Played in a little deeper by Siona, forechecking Krinkovic. Siona cycles it. Krinkovic. Davidson. Point pass. Off a stick. Panzel. Lost it cross ice. Allen flips it wide. In on it. Davidson. A little jam play, and Hauser got over and got enough of it. Benson works it back. Now backing off are the Thunderbirds. And a chance to get it out for the Ice. Long pass onto the tape of McLennan for Benson. Shovels it off the boards. He'll pick it up. Benson. Short side pass. He got it to McLennan. He's being boxed out. Ice get the puck. Lambos. Wu. Rising shot blocked there by Schaefer. He is calm with it. He'll elect to carry it. Reed Schaefer right up the middle. Shoots it off the backboards. Went to get it. His shot, a wild one off the body. And the Ice with possession. Benson. He'll cut into it. Rink wide feed. Connor Geeky. The trailer. Wu shoots it. That just missed the net. Wood centering pass. Benson was there, but it did not find the tape. And right back it comes. Lambert knocked down by Wu. Oh, what a game this has been here tonight in Kent. Geeky right up the gut. Geeky manages to hang on to it somehow. Sword with a quick shot. Punched away by Milic. Sword really drifted that one with force. Slap shot that time, he missed. Off the backboards, Peterson, his shot blocked. Winnipeg threatening to tie this game. They have not led tonight. And now it is Lambert, and he'll flip that one all the way down.
Shot mentality, right? Get it, rip it, recover it, and do it all over again. You can feel the desperation rising here from the Winnipeg Ice. They've been controlling play.
Sachin poked ahead. Good bit of work by Ostapchuk. Doc is there. He'll shuttle it around for Hansel. Quickly ahead to Mijanovic. Scoring on a penalty shot early in this period. Lambos trying to shrug him off. Forechecking Sachin. He went down. Ostapchuk has Friesen up ahead. Elects to go to the other side. Friesen with the goal from Ostapchuk and Rosovsky at 5:02. And now Ostapchuk casually into the zone. Gets it back, and he fluttered that one wide. Now Mijanovic cuts back. Put it behind the goal for Hansel. The shot's 35-29. Seattle trying to hang on and win the Western Hockey League Championship tonight. Ice get it onside. McLennan cuts. Connor McLennan waits. Still has it. Tries to jam it on the backhand, and he can't put it in. Did not pull the trigger.
We've seen a few of those attempts from McLennan where he tries to go behind the net and comes back behind Milic. He just hasn't been able to tuck one yet. He's had about 3 of those.
Ice water in his veins. He waited and waited. Connor McLennan as it's dished into the corner. Siona is there. Siona, big, strong captain on the puck. Being pushed on the play. Back. Allen waits, shoots it, and that is blocked. Davidson gets to the loose puck. Davidson to the front of the goal. And a chance for Krinkovic, but he'll skate that to the boards. He had his back to the net when he got the puck. Pressure now from Seattle, trying to get that 2-goal lead back. Shot away by Savoy, and just lobbed it ahead. Benson hoping to skate into that bouncing puck, and he pokes it loose. Zach Benson with that terrific footwork. Stoss, nice move. Benson driving out front of the goal. That shot did not get through. There's a little slice of Zach Benson for you. He's on it again. Trying to help tie this game. Benson eluding a check. Centering pass. Ty Nash. Here's Wu. Can't shoot it. Wu looking for Nash. All he can do is swat it low to keep it alive. Credit this Ice team. They were down 2-0, but they certainly didn't go away. Right back into the zone. Tag it up. Here comes Geekie. Driving. Connor Geekie behind the net. Throws it to the front, and Lambert is there. Brad Lambert. Couple of moves. And he'll sling that ahead. Seattle in need of a change. They got a partial change. Lambert looking to step around Sword. Peterson leans into him. Shoves him against the glass. Lambert so good in this series for Seattle. Nearing the halfway point of period number 3 in Game 5. Dan Robertson and Kevin Sawyer with you. Winnipeg need a win to extend the series to a 6th game, which would be Sunday at Canada Life Center in Winnipeg. And that is going to be icing. We'll catch our breath. Step aside here at ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. 2-1. Mijanovic with a penalty shot goal in period 3.
Take control with the all-new CHL app, the home of every team, every fan, and every moment. And now, the CHL app features thousands of live games. Simply find your game of choice, log in with your existing CHL TV account, and stream any game, anytime, any place, live or on demand. The all-new CHL app, now with CHL TV. Find us on the Apple Store or Google Play Store and supercharge your experience today.
Wanna Leave works through my day, so I can keep working my magic. Just Wanna Leave for up to 12 hours of pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
Now is the time to get outside and explore. Now you can travel in style and comfort, with technology leading the way. Now you'll be inspired by all that's around you. Secure your Kia Seltos today, because there's no time like now. Kia, movement that inspires.
Is another dinner dilemma creeping up on you?
Stress not, Dinner Decider. It's the perfect time for Pizza Hut's delicious 555. When you buy pizza, you can get up to 3 medium pizzas for only $5 each, turning mealtime into deal time. Now that's delivering. Offer may vary by location.
The The save of the game is brought to you by Real Canadian Superstore. Save for real at Real Canadian Superstore.
Well, he's made 28 of them, but he's had some fantastic ones. And this is as they push to tie the game late. McLennan and Milic just acrobatically finds a way to stay in the fight. That right leg dragging keeps that puck out of trouble. There's your Real Canadian Superstore save of the game.
10:02 left in the third. There you see it. Milic, 28 stops this evening. Ice trying to clear it. Wild shot that time by Colton Dock. That'll roll back to the line. Korchinski kept it in, played it deeper. Lambos. Dock wiped out on the forecheck. Lambos carrying the mail over center red, dumps it in, goes after it himself. Pretty smart play there. Lambos pushed by Prokop. It is flipped down, and Zlani gets back. Icing against Seattle.
Now is the time to get outside and explore. Now you can travel in style and comfort, with technology leading the way. Now you'll be inspired by all that's around you. Secure your Kia Seltos today, because there's no time like now.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Playback underway. Seattle with pressure. No stick for Hauser and goal for Winnipeg. Davidson looking to possibly get the insurance goal. Seattle up by 2. Krinkovic, glove saved by a stickless Hauser. 2-1. Seattle trying to win the league title here tonight.
Get your cold on this summer at Tim's with next level refreshment. Our new sparkling quenchers are bubbly and make a big splash. From blackberry yuzu to orange ginger, they're naturally flavored and deliciously unique. When that heat dials up, hit refresh with the perfect cool down. Keep it cold with Tim's new sparkling quenchers all summer long.
The CHL on TSN is proudly presented by the all-new Kia Niro EV. Start your EV journey today.
Every team, every coach has a goal going into every season, and the goal is clear to be seen from the Seattle Thunderbirds. Make the playoffs all the way up. U.S. Division title, check. Conference title, check. What do they want? It's at the top of that list, and they're 8 minutes and 41 seconds away from punching a ticket to the Memorial Cup. I like the fact that they put it on the wall. They don't hide from it. They set the challenge. They accept the challenge, and they're that close to achieving it.
No goals in the first. Popovich got his second of the playoffs, 13:45 in the second. Mijatovic early here in the third from Matt Odette's Thunderbirds, 2:27. He scored on a penalty shot, but then Friesen from Ostapchuk and Brosovsky making this a one-goal game again. Hauser getting back into position. Matt Odette hoping his team can hang on. Talk to the players, they say he's just the right mix. He's got a real presence about him. He can be firm, but he's always fair. 8:41 left in the third. 2-1 Seattle. They control off the draw. Davidson turning with it. Draft pick of the Montreal Canadiens, went to camp with them this past season. Now Benson through center. Net drive. Here's Savoy right in. Stopped by Milic. Loose puck, and the whistle goes as Savoy. And that top line just can't solve Milic.
Boy, that was a loose puck, and maybe an early whistle, but I'd sure like to see this top line shoot the puck a little bit more. It feels like they're trying to carry it or pass it right into the net. So again, trying to get in behind Milic. He's just too quick. He's got great feet, and look at the way he seals the post, either left or right. I think they have to change their mentality. Excellent that they're getting chances, but I think they probably got to pull the trigger and shoot, maybe look for a rebound versus try to skate it or pass it right into the net.
Savoy, 29 points in the playoffs for Winnipeg. Quite a number indeed. Could not make it count there. Siona flips it ahead. Davidson on the move. Jared Davidson. Good poke check by Swart to knock it away from him. Now lugging it back the other way. Geekie. Connor Geekie trying to barge right through. He'll hammer that around the boards. Swart plays it in the backhand. Floats one and stabbed and held by Miller.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the risk profile for Winnipeg here. We're just under 8 minutes remaining, down by a goal. At some point, they're going to start to take some calculated risks and some chances. They have to, right? They've got to find a way to tie this game up. Of course, eventually, if they don't, they'll have Hauser out of the net. But at some point, you have to start taking some chances, and you're going to leave yourself vulnerable when you do that. Should be an entertaining 8-minute stretch.
Ostapchuk beaten by Popovich at the dot. And it's kicked right into the Seattle bench. Again, Winnipeg won the first game, 3 in a row from the Thunderbirds. They're looking for a 4th straight here. There's the captain, Siona.
4th time in the past 8 years that this team has represented their conference as champions. Back in 2017 when Seattle Thunderbirds beat Regina in the league final, they went to the Memorial Cup, didn't win a game. And if Seattle has a way and finds a way to get there, I got a feeling that's going to change. This is one of the best built teams I've seen in junior hockey myself.
Korchinski put it off the stick of Schaefer. Zloty, pressure coming from Gunther. Pulled loose there by Lambos. Friesen, who has the goal tonight for Winnipeg, directs it to neutral ice. Ostapchuk couldn't grab it. Now they get the puck back. Pass for Ostapchuk. Had his stick ripped out of his hands there by Gunther. Gets it back. Puck moved down. And icing against Seattle.
Yeah, this could very well be a 2.5 line game here from this point out, where you see the top line again eagerly jump the boards from James Patrick's bench. And McLennan, Savoy, and Benson are going to see a lot of ice time from this point out.
Savoy and Lambert. 7:23 on the clock. False start. And face-offs certainly get magnified at this point of the game. There's Prosovsky, an assist for him tonight on the Friesen goal. Chopped by Schaefer. Can't clear it that time. Nudged into the corner. Hansel put it up the boards. Whacked that by McLennan. Lambert hoping to skate into that one. Kicking at it. Brad Lambert centering pass, but watch out. Swart's got some momentum. And the Ice are on the attack. Swart cutting. He'll stop. Has played it a bit. Got it back. Centering pass, but good positioning there. Minio just flicked that away. Things opening up. Lambert for Krinkovic. That's cut off. Lambert got it back. But again, the Ice with Savoy and 6 3/4 left in regulation have possession. Now Benson picking up speed. Zach Benson cuts to the slot. Benson dangling. Lost it. Chopped out. Krinkovic. Good swat away that time by Zloty. You got a stick on it. The Ice in transition again. The pass to Peterson. Owen Peterson stops. Zloty is at the point. He's got it. Ben Zloty looking for Peterson. And Korchinski will take it away. Low percentage pass that time. And Siona will pull that into the zone.
That's got to be a shot, doesn't it, Dan? And instead, you break the other team out in transition. Zloty's got to get that to the net.
It's some bodies nearby the front of the goal. 14 minutes into this third period. And on we go. Zloty. Lambos. Zloty will head off. Flipped in. Korchinski. Make the safe play if he can, but he didn't. McLennan read it. Korchinski took it away. Soft clearing attempt, and now it's hooked back to center. Sword will take the feed. Here comes McLennan. Nice maneuvers. Connor McLennan. Side of the net. Savoy off the skate and into the glove of Milic. Savoy looks to the ceiling. They came close, but Milic has been so good tonight. His team leading it by 1 with 5 and change left in game number 5.
Now is the time to get outside and explore. Now you can travel in style and comfort, with technology leading the way. Now you'll be inspired by all that's around you. Secure your Kia Seltos today, because there's no time like now.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Crosby with a little room to operate. Crosby snaps it. He scores. Passes it front to Kane on the road. Score! Short-handed on a breakaway. Crowd on its feet. McDavid scores. Kane circling the net. Bouncing, but he scores. Nathan McKinnon. Bedard to bring him up for Regina. 1-on-2 step by the defenseman. To the net. The Deke, and he scores. Does it get any better than that? Oh my.
TSN's coverage of the Memorial Cup starts next Friday. It'll be the Quebec champion between the Rampart and the Mooseheads. Memorial Cup presented by Kia, and they will play the winner of actually Kamloops, the host. But here's what they're playing for tonight, at least what Seattle hopes they can get the Ed Chenault Cup in the building. Beautiful trophy it is. How about these folks in this crowd, Kevin? Wow, loud from the start.
Sellout crowd, and it is electric.
Slotty trying to quiet this building. Backhanded it. Cut off by Popovich. Gunther knifes it down. We've seen a lot of Graham Sword tonight. We'll see more. Slung in there by Ostapchuk. Collision on the boards. There's 2 penalties tonight, 1 aside. Friesen pushed by Korchinski, who knocks the puck loose. Good battle in that corner. Korchinski placed it behind. Popovich flipped it, kicked it. Soccer style by Sword. He kept it. Now another clearing attempt. This time Gunther shoots it down to the blue line.
Lots of competitive edge in the game. Dylan Gunther, he's much more than just a talented offensive player. Leads everybody in the playoffs with 16 goals, but he's competitive and on the body as well.
Taking that pass, Benson. Winnipeg changing, so he doesn't have many options at this point. Allen, a puck chopped by Savoy, who's had some chances here this evening. Left down. Benson took a bump. He is erased from the play, and there's a penalty coming. Siona's going to go, and Winnipeg will have a power play with 4:20 left.
In case there wasn't quite enough drama in the building, a 1-goal hockey game in the Ed Chenault Cup on the line. Winnipeg down by a goal, and a hit from Siona into the back of Zach Benson. That's going to draw the first power play of this, or the second power play, pardon me, for the Winnipeg Ice. And what a moment. 4:20 remaining. Power play for the Ice.
They are 2 for 17 now in the series. And as Kevin said, 0 for 1. 3 shots on their only power play. What a chance to tie the game. They control off the draw. Slotty to Benson. Zach Benson. He's got McLennan at the near circle. Gets it through it. Bounced. McLennan. Short pass. That's Savoy. Slotty moved it back. He was in a great spot to shoot. Slotty trading spots with Benson. You know it's going to go to Benson. He has it. McLennan gets open. Connor McLennan doesn't shoot it. Benson calling for it. They'll change spots. Slotty at the dot now. Flipped it to the side of the goal. Savoy grabs it for Winnipeg. Trying to tie it with the man advantage. to the net. That is knocked away with ease and cleared by Schaefer.
Well, I'm not so sure I like the shot selection or the lack thereof. I'm agreeing with you. The last two times Ben Zloty was in a good shooting position, he elected to pass it. He was on the flank, should have let her rip.
That's good. Gutsy move by Zloty to beat his man at neutral ice. Zloty, watch out. Clearing attempt by Krinkovic. Good play by Benson to keep it in. He gets it back. Benson, Zloty, his pass. A tough one to get through. It works. They'll reset on this power play. Benson in his feet. Krinkovic shoves it off the boards. He's going to win the race. But from behind, Benson poked it loose and moved to the corner there by Hauser. 40 left in the penalty to Siona. 3 left in regulation. Seattle trying to hang on. Zipped around the boards. Took a funny hop. Swing and a miss over there. The pass back to the point. Swart can't get to it. Geeky with the feed. Off the mark. Winnipeg, as we say, passing up quality shooting chances, scoring chances. Still have about 15 left in this power play. Peterson moves it back. Swart. Latimer's up there. This is Lambos. He cuts. Latimer was the target. Back to the point it comes. Here comes Geeky. Stumbled a little bit. Brokaw stick. Centering pass. It's loose. Penalty is over. And the Ice are 0 for 2 with the man advantage. 2 minutes and change left. We'll keep an eye down to the right. If and when Hauser comes, we'll let you know. Both teams changing now. Fans appreciating that penalty kill. Driven right back into the zone. The Ice did not get a shot. Hauser is at the bench. And Bajanovic maybe didn't know it was an empty net. He tried to play a little deeper. Here comes Benson. 6 attackers on for Winnipeg. In they come. Trying to tie it. Benson behind the net. Swallowed up there by Hansel. Peterson can't get the pockets under his teammate. Now it comes loose. Savoy out front of the goal. Nolan Allen takes it. He'll get out of the zone. Shovels it just wide of the net. Davidson to the loose puck. Empty net. Jared Davidson. It got away from him. He'll turn. And that is knocked down. 1:20 to go now in regulation. To the line and in. But it's right back out. Krinkovic fans going nuts. Wanting the Thunderbirds to take a crack at that open net. Can Gunther do it? Here's Krinkovic. Scores! Kyle Krinkovic, 3-1 with 1:06 left.
Well, Winnipeg had their chances, but it was way too much puck on the power play as they were looking for more and everybody refusing to shoot it there. I thought Zloty should have stepped into that. Instead, they continue to look for something better, and Seattle's penalty kill just far too stingy. No shots on the power play. That resulted in this, a fumbled play in the neutral zone. Gunther gets it up to Krinkovic, and that is going to put this on ice as the Seattle Thunderbirds will send the Winnipeg Ice home, down by 2 in this final.
Krinkovic with the empty netter. And he'll never score a finer empty netter than that one, you wouldn't have to think. Kyle Krinkovic, he's had himself a strong series. There's Riley Wood and some of the Ice with the writing on the wall now. They put up a battle here tonight. But an empty net goal, making it a 2-goal disadvantage. And the fans aren't going to take a seat for a long time now. Ice trying to get it out of the zone. Let's let the fans take it the rest of the way. Attempt there goes wide, and it is icing as Hauser went to the bench in favor of an extra attacker. But Seattle knows what's going on here. So do the fans. This team went to the final last year. They lost in 6 to Edmonton. They had a mission, unfinished business. Krinkovic He effectively iced it a minute ago with that empty netter. 15.6 left. Kevin, Seattle dropped the first game. Things changed in the second. They got a couple of goals in an 8-second span. They won easily in game number 3. Game 4 was tight. Tonight was tight, too. The Ice put up a heck of a battle. But this is some kind of team, these Seattle Thunderbirds.
Are they ever? And they really... It starts back in September in training camp, and you go through exhibition season, 68 regular season games, and you grind through 4 series to earn the right to hoist the Ed Chanel Cup and punch your ticket to the Memorial Cup in Kamloops, which starts next Friday. There's 2 excellent coaches shaking hands and showing respect as they guided 2 elite, phenomenal teams as Winnipeg Ice have nothing to hang their heads about. They made it interesting. Seattle Thunderbirds were just too big, too strong, too talented, too good.
And a terrific in goal with that man, Milich. With all the great chances the Ice had, he stopped all but one. He made 30 saves on 31 shots. Played every minute. His goaltender in tandem this year, Scott Ratzlaff, was terrific, too. Didn't get a chance to play in the postseason. Milich has been outstanding. Popovich with a big goal tonight to get them on the score sheet. Daniel Hauser was excellent tonight and in his entire WHL career. So we'll hang out with you here as long as we can, show some presentations, some reaction. Zach Benson, he was all around it here tonight. What a future this kid has, but pretty tough to tell these guys right now that the sun's going to come up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Nothing makes that kind of pain go away. And as much as they have to be proud of, it feels like it's all for nothing because you don't get the final prize. And you look at the head coach, James Patrick, and the job he's done over the course of 5-6 years building this franchise. Matt Cockle, the general manager, the moves that he made to put this team in a position to win. Excellent, excellent season for the Winnipeg Ice. And there is your WHL champions and their captain, Lucas Siona. What a series. Second time they've won the WHL championship. Last time, as Kevin mentioned a little earlier, against in 2017 when Matt Odette was assistant coach. Well, now he wins it as head coach, and the celebrations go on here. Siona took a penalty late. Winnipeg tried to tie it on the power play, could not get the shot selection they wanted. How about that shot of Siona? There's Connor McLennan. Brilliant career comes to a close. Brilliant junior career, that is. And the time-honored tradition, the handshake line following the series. You said something a couple of games ago about the discrepancy between the 19 and 20-year-olds and a young, maybe Jonas Wu. And it's well said because you come into this league, and take it from me, I was an 18-year-old rookie, but when you show up, you're still a kid. And when you leave, you are a man because of all the things you learn on the ice, off the ice, the responsibilities, the grind. And a lot of players might not be successful hockey players when they're done in junior hockey, but they will be successful in life or set up for success because of all of the lessons these young men learn along the way.
And you would think that when the playoffs, before the playoffs began, not to diminish any of the other teams in the WHL, but I would think the Thunderbirds were thinking we're going to meet the Ice and vice versa at some point. Some close games in this one. That's Latimer. He had a terrific series. Riley Wood. There's Mason Beaupit. We saw a little bit of him. There's Matt Odette.
How much he's learned as a coach as well. It's not just about developing players, but coaches. You mentioned the assistant coach back in 2017, and that was led by Matt Barzell. And Matt Odette has done such a fine job here these last couple of seasons. His teams have been elite.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to have the presentation of the series' most valuable player. Albert Hansel, he had the 2-goal and assist game a few nights back, put his stamp on this series for Seattle.
One of the most valuable players, in my opinion. Not all of it jumps off the sheet, but little details, big plays, of course, the goals, but it's more about the shutdown ability that he had along with Nolan Allen. They were excellent all playoffs long.
You know, for so many of these players, they'll go on. Some will play pro, some will not. It'll be tough to find a happier moment than this for these junior age players.
I think a lot of them realize that these are some of the most impactful and maybe even some of the most enjoyable years that they'll ever live. You look back after being a pro and it was all, the ride is excellent, right? Every experience is great, but when you're a junior, right, it's just a group of 24, 23 guys all with one goal, your best friends built in, and let me tell you, Dan, it's great memories.
Connor McClellan finishing his season, the regular season, 92 points. He had 23 playoff points. Credit Seattle, they kept that first line in check. It's a storyline we've followed.
That we can commence with the official closing ceremonies
Helm, the public
of the
address
2023 WHL Championship Series, presented by Nutrien.
Line at the blue line. There's going to be some pretty good pictures taken tonight too. Some of them right now. Here's Tom Helm.
The WHL would like to congratulate the Eastern Conference champions, the Winnipeg ICE, on an outstanding season. The WHL would also like to express its sincere thanks to fans across the league for their support this season.
Safe to say nobody has left ShoWare Center as of yet.
Presenting the 2023 Western Hockey League playoffs. Most Valuable Award. Most Valuable Player Award is WHL Vice President of Hockey Operations, Mr. Richard Dirksen. The WHL Playoffs Most Valuable Player Award is presented to the individual judged to be the most outstanding player during all 4 rounds of the 2023 WHL Playoffs. The Most Valuable Player Award for the 2023 WHL Playoffs is number 35, Tommy Smillich.
And his dream season continues. Goal at the World Juniors, MVP of the WHL Playoffs. Just so tough to beat tonight. Look at that smile.
Well earned, and what a memorable past couple of years for Thomas Smillich. He attended the Minnesota Wild training camp, undrafted, and something tells me that he is going to have pro hockey in his future. Scouts, general managers, coaches at the pro level look for that X factor, players that know how to win, and Thomas Smillich certainly knows how to do that.
And it is the type of team, and they had the type of playoff. I'm sure it was difficult to choose an MVP. As the Smillich chant comes up.
I think of the save he made with 4 minutes left in Game 4 against Ostapchuk, where they would have tied that game. And it was a point-blank shot, and he made it look easy, and it almost took the wind. You can hear it, feel it coming off the bench of the ice.
Some congratulations from Sachin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kent Police Department, represented by Liam Bertolacci and Officer Tristan Thomas, accompanied by Western Hockey League Commissioner Mr. Ron Robinson, will now bring out the Ed Chenault Cup Trophy to center ice for the presentation of the WHL Championship Trophy. The Western Hockey League Championship Trophy, the Ed Chenault Cup, is named in honor of past WHL Chairman and President, Mr. Ed Chenault. Mr. Chenault, who also served as President of the Canadian Hockey League, was the driving force in the growth and development of major junior hockey for over 4 decades prior to his passing in April 2008. Mr. Chenault was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in the Builder category in November 2008. And now, for the presentation of the Ed Chenault Cup, presented annually to the WHL champions, Western Hockey League Commissioner, Mr. Ron Robinson, will now present the Ed Chenault Cup to the captain of the Seattle Thunderbirds, Lucas Siona.
We told this story before as Siona's going to hoist that trophy. Seattle waited to name a captain after the trade deadline was come and gone. They went with Siona, and look at the smile on his face. Give me that trophy, he said. This earlier, Davidson said today, I'm having the time of my life. And Krinkovic, he put this one away with an empty netter.
What an acquisition from the Saskatoon Blades, bringing in Krinkovic, who was impactful in so many ways. 30 goals in the regular season. They got some big ones in this series alone.
Lou Kokop. But, I mean, to state the obvious, this is tremendous for these guys.
Oh, a memory for a lifetime. And Luke Polkop hoists that cup 2 years in a row.
Millich.
He's getting good at winning, Dan.
It's a good habit to have. Reed Schaefer, part of that first line that was just so difficult to handle. And they'll be difficult, as we've said, come a week's time at the Memorial Cup in Kamloops.
A team that is as balanced as I have ever seen at the junior level. They've got the speed, the skill, the size, the goaltending, the defensive defensemen, the coaching. I mean, it's quite remarkable. And you shouldn't forget about a rested Kamloops Blazers team led by Sean Clouston, of course. Logan Stankoven, Olin Zellweger. That is a remarkable team as well that will be hosting the Memorial Cup in a week's time.
There's Jordan Gustafson, who made his series debut tonight. Colton Dock came from Kelowna this year, added some size and strength and depth. Nolan Allen, former PA Raider.
What an acquisition he was, the type of player you need on the back end to win. He moves the puck so efficiently, always on the ice against the Savoy line, and made life miserable for the other team's best. Speaking of which, Jimmy Hansel had something to do with that.
Very steady, productive. Dylan Gunther, the game winner in Game 4. Speaking of winners, couldn't finish last year in the league championship, so back-to-back titles for he and Prokop.
Fitting, because his last game of last season was in this building in Game 3 where he got injured in the final, never to play again.
There's Brad Lambert. Lambert finishing the playoffs with 26 points. Mackay Sanders, this kid's from Washington, from Gig Harbor. Torchinsky. Seventh overall pick, the Chicago Blackhawks from Saskatoon. Majanovic, how about his night tonight? A penalty shot in a deciding game.
Yeah, that was a spectacular move, the way he was able to tuck it in behind Daniel Hauser, an impactful moment, one he'll never forget.
So now comes the team photo. Seattle with a 3-1 victory in this game, 4-1 in the series. And one of the great keepsakes that they'll ever have, this photo.
WHL champions and recipients of the NCL Cup. Your Seattle Thunderbirds!
Coverage of the CHL championships continue. Halifax beat Quebec tonight, so Sunday we will have the next game in that series. Game 6 in Halifax. The Rempart and the Mooseheads trying to force a Game 7 back in Quebec. And the Ontario Hockey League Championship, the Knights and the Petes, you see Peterborough with the 3-2 lead. That's a 7 o'clock Eastern start. Kevin, it has been a blast. This will bring our partnership to a close this season, but what a way to finish it. And we appreciate you watching, folks. Tonight, Seattle just too much in the end for Winnipeg. They're headed to the Memorial Cup as they win the WHL championships. Thanks for watching, and good night from Washington.
Coming up, you won't believe what we have in store. The jaw-dropping moments you cannot miss.
I don't know who these people are, but I'm glad they're here. It's very entertaining.
From the incredible to the absolute ridiculous.
What, you don't want to see a game with no umpires? There are no rules. You don't even have to catch it. You just say he's out.
We've got 30 minutes of must-SC entertainment next.
I said, Keegan, where'd you learn that? He goes, I know a thing or two.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Must SC. I'm Marissa Roberto. Thanks for joining us. As always, we get things started with our awesome segment. Check out Montreal Canadiens head coach and former NHL superstar Martin St. Louis showing his players that he still has the skills to match up with the best of them.
Pretty good scrubs down there.
They are. Here is Marty St. Louis.
Here we go. 1 lap remains. Stanhope and Meyer. Let's see if Meyer has one more kick left in her.
Meyer's trying to kick into another gear here, but Stanhope, she is looking great on this backstretch here. She's turning over. As you can see, she's been doing some speed work.
James Madison with a great chance here to crown their first champion ever in Sunbelt indoor track and field history.
Pauline Myers, here she comes. She's trying to catch her.
Meyer with the
Myers
kick.
is trying to catch her at the line. She did it.
What just happened?
So, Luke, I think you got to assume he makes this one. Do you call a timeout, or do you just run right away? Timeout. Makes it. It's good. It looks like they're going to play it out. Miles goes on the court, loses, pulls up. It's good! Miles! Did he win it? They're going to give it to him! Evan Miles wins it for the Panthers!
Come on, man.